right-hander David Austin. You joined this club about 3.5 weeks ago, a month ago, and you seem to have settled right in. And boy, the Kernels have a lot of confidence in you.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Coming here, it's a lot different from where I was in Rancho, in the perspective that it's all my friends here that I played with in Provo, and played my first year in professional ball. So they welcomed me with open arms.
Well, that does make a big difference, David, early in your career. And I was talking to Tony Regans, the Anaheim Angel director of the minor leagues, and he was so pleased that the Angel system is deep enough that the core of that great Provo team from last year could stay together as the Kernels this season. You broke camp as a member of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. That's a feather in your cap. Is it because you had a great year last year in Provo, or because you had a super spring in Arizona?
I don't think I did any better than anybody did in spring training with the guys that I'm playing with here. I contributed, I guess, to last year in Provo. Yeah, it was great, going there at first and getting the experience there. But, coming here is, it's a blessing in disguise. I think it's great, and I'm having fun so far.
David, there is something about this ball club. We've set a record for wins in the first half with our 40th last night, and there is something I can't put my finger on. You probably can, because you're in the clubhouse. You were last year, and now as a member of the Kernels. What is it about this bunch that's made it such a successful team?
You're right. There is something about this team, and something that you don't see from a fan's perspective. There's this great chemistry. Everybody gets along. We have our couple disagreements with some people, but then we quickly get over it and we go out there and improve it on the field.
David Austin's our guest on the Dugout Interview, and David, you're from a beautiful part of Florida. In fact, a lot of people still talk about it as having some of the most pristine beaches in all of North America. Would you tell us about where you're from?
I'm from Coconut Creek, Florida, which is a city right outside of Fort Lauderdale, I guess you could say. Yeah, the beaches are great, and the weather is nice, but I did talk to my parents today, and they said it's hotter than heck out there. And they asked me how the weather was here, and I said it's beautiful now. But yeah, I like the weather in Fort Lauderdale. I'd much rather live there, but I think I'm doing fine here.
David, do people use the beaches all year round in Florida, the ones that live there, or do they try to use them when the tourists aren't on the beaches?
No, they can't stay away from it. We don't really have a winter, so they can go out there, take their boats out, and ski, swim, do whatever, and lay out on the beach and sunbathe.
What do you enjoy doing?
I actually don't like the water. I don't like going in the water, but I'll go to the beach and do all the different activities out like that.
Do quite a few folks use those ski jets that are so popular that we see on the Cedar River and the Mississippi River, and here in Peoria, the Illinois River, or is the water too choppy and is it too dangerous to use those off the coast of an ocean?
No, it's not choppy at all. Actually, we really don't get many waves. Well, we do, but just, not big ones. And it's kind of weird if you don't have one there. My family doesn't have one, which is funny, but a good percentage of people in Fort Lauderdale have jet skis and stuff like that.
Do you have to pay to park at the beach, or is that free?
Yeah, it depends where you park. Most of it is paid, but it's fair, a couple bucks.
David Austin's our Dugout Interview guest, and David, you're not the tallest guy on the team, and the new wave in drafting pitchers is to draft guys 6'3" and over, because scouts talk about arm angle and all of that. Yet you've been highly effective in your first couple of years as a professional. Why do scouts salivate over tall pitchers now?
I guess, just like you said, they have that high ceiling, and ball comes out, further from their hand as it would me being 5'11", 6 foot. So not really 6 foot, but 6'4" guy, ball comes out a lot closer to home plate than say a guy like me, 5'11".
Have you pitched your entire life, or have you been one of those kids that when you weren't pitching was either in shortstop or in center field?
Yeah, I was either a catcher or a shortstop growing up and pitching. And then as I got to high school, started playing third and then pitching. And then as I got older and got to my senior in high school, I just totally pitched.
Catcher, now that gives you a great deal of appreciation of how tough a job that is.
Yeah. Although I only did did it up until I think it was my freshman year in high school. I loved it, and it's a tough position, and, yeah, you got a great deal of respect for him.
We're going to take a break from O'Brien Field in Peoria, where the Kernels are trying to win their second in this series, their third overall. A huge win on Thursday night behind Michelle Samar, 9-3 in Battle Creek. And then last night, Abel Marino was absolutely magnificent in leading the Kernels to a 3-1 triumph over Peoria. A final word with Colonel right-hander David Austin when we return. This is Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
When we met, it's forget, we would never forget the Ojanos. Now it's where mi amore and I dine in. We carry out the lunch and the dinner all the time for lasagna, ravioli, mandacati, cannelloni, tortellini, or try their delicious salads and sub sandwiches too. The Ojanos is the hometown taste of Italy. For your next meal with friends and a family, remember the Ojanos with 5 convenient locations for the pasta that makes you sing.
Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees are proud to support one of our community's most renowned and cherished assets, the Cedar Rapids Kernels. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees believe in the core values that comprise the essence of Kernel baseball: fun, wholesome, affordable entertainment for us all. As you look ahead to the many joys of summer, your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees encourage you to visit the fabulous new Veterans Memorial Stadium. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees, embracing Kernel baseball, a community treasure.
David Austin, what do your folks do down in Florida?
My dad, he's actually not working. Well, he's on vacation right now, I guess you could say. I can't. It's tough to explain what he does. You know, it's nothing like mom or anything like that. But it's hard to explain it. And my mom's an office manager, right? Actually, she, right down the road from us, and that's it.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have 2 older sisters. One, Kelly, who's married with 2 kids, and one, Lisa. She's not married, just working.
And David, when there's a big league game on, like this afternoon, Fox's game out on the West Coast, the Yankees and the Dodgers, and then Sunday night baseball, are you a guy that loves watching big league games, or because you are surrounded by baseball, your professional life, do you like to channel surf or do other things besides watch big league games?
No, actually, it's funny. I actually do watch the games, and I sometimes catch myself thinking, on an off day, I should be doing other stuff, but I'm sitting here watching baseball. I can't get away from it. It's funny.
You love the game.
Yeah, actually, I love the game, and it's fun playing and it's fun watching it as well.
Well, David, keep up the great work. You did such a fabulous job to start this road trip, you and Jesse Smith, when you had to substitute for Kevin Jepsen. Kevin's due to start this evening. Do you know how his blisters are?
I think they're still there, but he can pitch with it now. I guess he's toughing it out, and, this is a big game, and he understands that, so he's going to go ahead and pitch.
David, thank you so much. When we return home during the All-Star break or during the second half, please treat yourself to a wonderful Italian meal at any of our area. Zio Giano's Italian Spaghetti House, home of perfect pasta, homemade bread, and big league Italian food at Zio Giano's. David Austin, thank you so much for joining us before this Saturday evening game in Peoria as our dugout interview guest.
Thank you.
That's David Austin, Colonel reliever. The Kernels are in great shape. 1 game back of first with 2 remaining. 2 games ahead of third place Peoria with tonight and tomorrow here against the Chiefs. I'll have the starting lineup for this evening's contest when we return. This is Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
It's one of those rituals of summer, mowing the yard. And when you're done, what do you do with the clippings? Well, your friends at Cedar Rapids Solid Waste and Recycling encourage you to leave those clippings on your lawn. This practice is called grass cycling, and it reduces your lawn's fertilizer needs because those clippings contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Grass cycling also helps crowd out weeds and build a healthier lawn. When you leave those clippings on your lawn, you reduce waste and save landfill space.
Hey, corporate employees and union members, too. Airport National 27-hole Public Golf Course in Cedar Rapids has an unbelievable new corporate and union season pass special for you. 2 people for $300, 4 people for $250, 10 people or more for only $200 each. Add a spouse for only $125 or just $50 for each child. Airport National Public Golf is now accepting new corporate, charity, and church golf outings and leagues starting as low as only $11 per person. Holy sliced, Batman. Please visit us just 4 miles east of the Eastern Iowa Airport today.
It is a delightfully cool evening in central Illinois at O'Brien Field, and the crowd roar you hear is a parachuter, a quadriplegic, making his way on a parachute right on schedule between the mound and second base. And a huge round of applause for that quadriplegic man who had the courage and bravery to parachute right down onto the middle of the diamond. Welcome to Kernel Baseball on Saturday evening, 72 degrees in America's heartland. Lou Brock, the baseball burglar, the all-time record holder in stolen bases until Ricky Henderson eclipsed his mark. Lou is here, and he'll be signing autographs throughout the evening. He's decked out in an all-white sweatsuit, and he's going to greet that parachuter as well. Last night, the Kernels got great starting pitching from 20-year-old right-hander Abel Marino and timely hitting in the top of the ninth inning by Blake Balcom, and they won 3-1 to move ahead of these Peoria Chiefs by 2 games, with 2 games remaining in the Western Division first half standings, and the Kernels just a game out of first. Kane County in 14 innings turned back the Burlington Bees in Geneva, Illinois last night. As the pregame festivities unfold below, including the former Cardinal great Hall of Famer Lou Brock, let's set the starting lineups for this evening's contest. It's the 7th meeting between the Kernels and the St. Louis Cardinal minor leaguers, the Peoria Chiefs. Peoria's manager is Joe Cunningham, and Joe's in his second year at the helm here in Peoria. He's 41 years old. He played in the Cardinal organization from 1984 to 1988. Joe Cunningham has spent 10 of his 15 seasons as an instructor in the Cardinal system as a manager. Peoria's record, 38-29. They're 19-14 here at O'Brien Field. Third place in the Western Division first half standings, 2 games back of the Kernels. The second baseman leads it off for the Chiefs, Cal Hayes. Batting second is Brendan Ryan, the shortstop. In 41 games, he's hitting .356. The catcher is the Cardinal first-round pick of a year ago, left-handed hitting Daric Barton, and Daric is batting .381 in 31 games. Hitting cleanup, John Santor. Santor putting up big numbers as a Chief with 13 homers and a team-high 52 RBIs. In fact, he's tied for the league lead with those 52 RBIs. John Santor at first bats cleanup. In left field, he had 3 hits last night, batting .325, Cody Harther. Hitting 6th in right field for Peoria, Tyler Parker will bat 6th. Parker will be in center field. Tyler Parker in center field. Sal Frisella will hit 7th rather. There's been lineup changes, so that's why I'm struggling. Batting 7th and serving as the DH, Sal Frisella. In right field, batting 8th for Peoria, Terry Evans. And Mike McCoy will bat 9th and play third base. On the hill for the Chiefs is a tall right-hander from the state of Illinois. He went to school in Charleston in southeast Illinois, Eastern Illinois University. Jordan Pauls. Pauls is 4-2. He's making his first start since a shutout win here May 22nd against the Swing of the Quad Cities. Pauls has been sidelined with a sore elbow. He's won 4, lost 2. One of his 4 wins came against us in our new ballpark back on April 9th, a 7-2 victory by Jordan Pauls. The 20th round pick by St. Louis, Jordan Pauls, a 4-2 record, a 3.48 earned run average. That's the Chiefs starting lineup. Allen Motor Company now proud to present the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup on this perfect Saturday evening for baseball. Allen Motor Company is celebrating their 101st year in business with a birthday bash. If you buy now at Allen's, your first year's maintenance is on them. Your first year's maintenance is on Allen's when you buy now. They're present to you on their 101st year birthday. Allen's Kia grand opening sale right now features every Sedona under $20,000. That's just $269 a month on 2004 Kia Sedonas at Allen's. The 2004 Kia Sorento, that's an SUV, is grand opening sale priced at Allen's for just $20,999. That's only $349 a month. Remember, your first year's maintenance is free when you buy now at Allen Motor Company. There is a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program on Kias at Allen Motor Company. Visit Allen's. They're open late till Monday, open till 9, I-380 and Boyson Road, exit 25 in Hiawatha. The Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup He had 3 hits last night, including a triple in the first inning that got the Kernels a run. Quan Cosby, the center fielder, switch hitter, leads off. He leads the league now with 7 triples. Matt Pauley will bat second, and Pauley is in left field in the Allen Motor Company order. The shortstop bats third, that's Brandon Wood. Batting cleanup and at third base, Bobby Wilson at third, batting fourth. In right field in the Allen Motor Company order is Blake Balcom. Balcom will hit fifth. Hitting sixth, he had 2 hits, his first 2 as a Colonel last night. Baltazar Lopez. Lopez at first base. The Colonel catcher bats seventh. He narrowly missed a 2-run homer. It would have been his 7th of the year last night. Tommy Duenas. Serving as a designated hitter in the Allen Motor Company order and batting 8th, Aaron Peel. And hitting 9th, Sean Rodriguez. Sean is at second base. Rounding out the Allen Motor Company Colonel starting lineup, Midwest League All-Star hurler, Angels second-round pick in 2002, 19-year-old right-hander Kevin Jepsen. Kevin's 5-2, making his 13th start of the year, an ERA of 2.35. Kevin had to sit out his last start. That was to be this past Monday in Battle Creek due to blisters that he had from his complete game shutout one-hitter back on June 8th in South Bend. That last start was Kevin's most impressive of the year, a complete game one-hit shutout over South Bend, and he'll go as long as he can with those blisters on the fingers of his pitching hand. The Chiefs hit the field, and as they do, Anderson and Brown Eye Care is proud to present the Anderson and Brown Eye Care umpiring crew. Clint Mahan will be behind the plate. His partner on the diamond is Mark Ripperger. The Chiefs are on the field. The umpires are there with them. This duo of umpires, Clint Mahan and Mark Ripperger, has to focus on the goal of getting the calls right. That ability to focus an absolute necessity. Anderson and Brown Eye Care can help make sure your eyes focus properly for the everyday calls you have to make. Anderson and Brown Eye Care, your family eye care center, proud to bring you this evening's Anderson and Brown Eye Care umpiring duo. Behind the plate, Clint Mahan, and on the diamond, Mark Ripperger. It's a perfect 72 degrees, a bigger crowd tonight than there was last night here at O'Brien Field. Let's pause to honor America with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to remove your hat for the performing of our national anthem. Tonight, the anthem is being sung by Jesse Rosette, a sophomore at the English College.
Big crowd, a series that the Kernels got off on the right foot on with a magnificently played, thrilling 3-1 victory last night behind Abel Marino. A Kernel victory tonight would secure a playoff berth. The Kernels still trying to track down King County. The Cougars are hosting the Burlington Bees in suburban Chicagoland. Our in-studio engineer at the zone's base, 2nd Avenue and 5th Streets, is Deb Williams. I'm John Rogers. We'll enjoy this evening's action from Central Illinois after this pause. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Hey, everybody, so get on down to Hometown Restyling. Hometown Restyling
for all your remodeling needs. Satisfaction guaranteed. Hometown Restyling specializes in all of your home's interior, exterior needs. Visit our showrooms, one in Hiawatha, one in Coralville, and see the incredible possibilities. Windows, siding, sunrooms. Give us a call at 378-1221.
Here's the fact about the new Veterans Memorial Stadium I bet you didn't know. All of the grounds surrounding our community's newest source of pride are maintained by Greg's Lawn Service. That's right, it's Greg's Lawn Service that provides you with that initial lift when you approach our magnificent new ballpark. Greg's Lawn Service can put their first-class signature on your yard, elevating it to the same immaculate condition you see around the stadium. Greg's Lawn Service, a cut above the rest since 1983.
It's a perfect night for baseball. 72 degrees in downtown Peoria. Jordan Pauls, a 6'8" right-hander, coming off a sore elbow, made his last start here in O'Brien Field on May 22nd, and he's making his 10th start of the year. The Chiefs are in their white home uniforms with red shoes, navy blue socks, navy blue short sleeves, red numbers, and navy blue hats. The Kernels in their all-gray road uniforms with red numbers and letters trimmed in white, and red socks. Quan Cosby coming off a huge night last night, including a first-inning triple, his league-high 7th of the year. Quan is strutting to the plate. He'll bat left-handed against the tall right-hander, Jordan Pauls. The outfield plays Quan straight away. A win tonight by the Kernels, and they can be assured of a postseason berth, something that we came up short with despite terrific ball players and a good season last year. Quan is ready, so's the 6'8" right-hander. The game's first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. We're underway in Peoria. We had over 3,000 here last night, and we'll have more than that this evening. The third baseman, Mike McCoy, is way in on the grass at third, playing about 6 feet off the line. The outfield now shifting around into left center as ball one is delivered outside. Beautiful night, 72 degrees, a mixture of wisping white clouds and blue skies. A huge throng of picnickers above the right field wall. Quan drills one foul off to the left, and the big right-hander is ahead of the Colonel leadoff man, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Many, many distinguishing characteristics about this stadium. 1, it's downtown. 2, it's breathtakingly beautiful. You can see the Peoria skyline from behind the center field wall, which is 400 feet away. Cosby taps one to the left of the mound. The shortstop glides over to glove it, and Brendan Ryan throws in time to get Quan. Quan Cosby, a triple and a run scored in the first last night, bounces out up the middle to the shortstop Brendan Ryan to start the action this evening. That brings in Matt Pauley. Matt, a Midwest League All-Star, batting .288. With 6 home runs, 2 of them in Battle Creek, 33 RBIs. A changeup is low, ball 1 from Pauls. Pauley last night, nothing for 4. It must be a thrill for this 6'8", 205-pounder to pitch in his home state of Illinois. Bounce up the middle, that could sneak through. It will be an infield single. The second baseman, Cal Hayes, backhanded it, and he was in no position to make a throw, and Matt Pauley has reached on an infield single behind second for the first Colonel base runner of this night. The second baseman, Cal Hayes, backhanded it about 15 feet squarely behind the base. The shortstop, Brendan Ryan, crossed right in front of him, and the ball wasn't hit very hard, so Matt Pauley reaches on an infield single. That brings up Brandon Wood. A double play ball to third. McCoy to second out. Hayes to first. Double play. Brandon Wood doing what the Kernels do best, and that is stepping into the first pitch. He wrapped it hard on the ground to Mike McCoy. Around the horn it went to erase the single by Matt Pauley, a double play. Brandon Wood got the Colonel 9th inning rally started last night with a 2-out single, and he scored the go-ahead run. In the first, no runs for the Kernels. 1 hit. There were no chief errors, a double play, and nobody left by the Kernels. After 1/2 inning, Kernels nothing. Peoria coming to bat. You're tuned to Colonel Baseball on the Zone.
Winning requires determination, energy, power. At Alliant Energy, we know the power of teamwork. Our team gives its all every day to deliver reliable power to you. We're committed to meet the growing needs of our customers. Delivering safe and environmentally friendly energy keeps us focused. Our dedication to serve our customers keeps us on our game. And that's a winning combination.
Hi, this is Dave Town with Five Seasons Transportation and Parking. Do you ever wonder if it's safe to send your child on the bus? It is, and here's a few reasons why. All the buses in Cedar Rapids are equipped with security cameras, so the drivers always know what's happening behind them. The buses also have global positioning systems, or GPS, which means they can be tracked at any time by satellite. Does that surprise you? It shouldn't. Five Seasons Transportation takes safety very seriously, and we've taken many steps to make sure your child will have a safe, easy ride every time they take the bus. Even when your child isn't on the bus, Five Seasons Transportation is helping keep them safe by using pollution-free biodiesel and alcohol fuels, Iowa products that help keep the air clean. And if your child is ever in trouble, they can always flag down a bus for help. I'm Dave Town, and I like to think of the bus as a traveling safety cocoon, motoring along Cedar Rapids streets. And keep in mind, if the bus is that safe and easy for your child, maybe you should think about riding the bus to work. Affordable, convenient, and safe. That's the bus. Ride it.
Whenever Kevin Jepsen, the 19-year-old Colonel right-hander, takes the mound, the Kernels are in a mindset that they are going to win the game. That's how dominating Kevin has been this year. Sat out his last start. Monday night, he was going to start in Battle Creek, Michigan. Jesse Smith and our dugout interview guest David Austin spelled Kevin Jepsen, and the Kernels played well but lost 3-2 on Monday night in Battle Creek. Kevin Jepsen will face Cal Hayes, Brendan Ryan, and Daric Barton in the first inning. The Kernels got a one-out single from Matt Pauley, an infield single, but Brandon Wood cracked into an around-the-horn double play to end the Kernel first inning. Cal Hayes is the batter, and last night he was 2 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt in the second inning that helped give the Chiefs their only run of the game. He backs away from a pitch up and in, ball one. Cal Hayes, a right-handed hitter, 20 years old, is the second baseman. Matt Brown weigh in on the grass or not Matt Brown, that's out of habit. Bobby Wilson weigh in on the grass at third. All-star Matt Brown not in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup. Kevin Jepsen delivers inside, ball two. No score, bottom of the first inning. Sun shining brightly. Quan Cosby shifted way around into right center for Cal Hayes. There's a strike at the knees from Kevin Jepsen. Cal Hayes is 5'9", 190. He was drafted by the Redbirds in the third round in the 2002 draft, hit .304 with Johnson City. He chops one through the middle. Tough play and no play. Brandon Wood got his signals crossed with Sean Rodriguez. I don't think Sean would have thrown the speedy Cal Hayes out even if he would have been able to field that ball cleanly. They do give Cal Hayes an infield single. Hayes didn't hit it hard. Once it got by Kevin Jepsen on its first top, it looked like a base hit all the way. Sean barehanded it and then dropped it, and as I say, justifiably so, the official score rules it an infield single. Well, that's how Kevin Jepsen's last start started, Tuesday, the 8th of June in South Bend, an infield single. That was the only hit that the South Bend Silverhawks got in that one-hit victory on June 8th. A pitch gets by the catcher, Tommy Duenas, and down to second goes Cal Hayes. We'll have to check and see if that's a wild pitch or pass ball. We're looking right now. It is a pass ball charged on Tommy Duenas. Tommy Duenas, the Colonel catcher, unable to handle the first pitch. A ball to Brendan Ryan. So the Chiefs have a good start here in the first inning. An infield single and a pass ball. Brendan Ryan is hitting .356. Nothing for 4 last night. The most open, radically open stance you'll see. He bunts. This is a bunt for a base hit. And the throw to first in time. He was not bunting to sacrifice. He was trying to bunt his way on. And Bobby Wilson charged and looks very comfortable at third base. They'll rule it a sacrifice for Brendan Ryan, but I'm telling you, he was trying to bunt his way on. The play went Bobby Wilson to Baltazar Lopez, 5-3, third to first. Joe Cunningham Jr. playing for one run here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings in one of his biggest sluggers. This guy I compared to Yogi Berra last night in his body build. He's built like a fire plug, a husky left-handed batter. Daric Barton, D-A-R-I-C. Kevin misses upstairs with the fastball. Barton, the Cardinal first-round pick last year, out of California, 19 years old. Strike one called on the inside corner at the knees. A very light breeze, but you can hardly discern it. It is coming in from center field. Kevin working from the stretch. And he misfires high for ball two. The Kernel infield will be willing to trade a run for an out here. They're playing back at all stations except at third. Bobby Wilson could come home if Barton slashes one the other way. Daric Barton hitting .381. The left-handed batter loops one foul off to the left. There is no grandstand roof here at O'Brien Field. It's an open-air structure. All the seats are hard box seats. In other words, they don't have bleachers here. And the predominant theme is green. Green seats, green facades, green walls. Look out, a fastball buzzes the batter high and in, and it's a 3-2 count now on Daric Barton. 8 homers for this youngster. In 31 games, 28 RBIs. Cal Hayes leads from third. And a swing and a foul straight back. The outfield for the Kernels. Matt Pauley in left, Quan Cosby in center. Blake Balsam in right. Bobby Wilson, Brandon Wood, Sean Rodriguez, and Baltazar Lopez left to right on the infield. Tommy Duenas, the catcher. Swing and a tip foul on a high fastball. Kevin Jepsen records his first strikeout of this game. It comes at a well-timed point, and now with 2 out in the first, it'll be up to John Santor to try to give Peoria the lead. Boy, Jepsen, a 19-year-old, challenged a fellow 19-year-old, Daric Barton, and Barton got a piece of it and fouled it straight back into the mitt of Tommy Duenas. The Peoria bat boy having a word with 60-year-old Kernel equipment manager Ron Klein. Ron in uniform as always, number 11. A pitch inside to John Santor. John is hitting .266. This fellow put together a dynamite year last year for Peoria. Hit .268 with 9 homers, 71 RBIs. Santor is from Palmdale, California. 22 years old. And he squibs one foul into the Kernel third base dugout. Big John Santor, listed at 6'1", 215. I think he's more like 6'4", 240. He's a big, big cat. He wears his white, blue pinstripe trousers just below his kneecaps, a slightly closed stance, and he uses a menacing black lacquer bat. And he takes high for ball two. There is no speed. Well, there is a speed pitch indicator here. I'm not sure if it's functioning tonight. There is a speed pitch indicator as part of the giant scoreboard in right center field. Cal Hayes at third with 2 away and a shot into center. Quan has it measured, and Cosby tucks it away calmly. John Santor thrashed one hard into straightaway center, where Quan Cosby took a few steps to his left and steered it. No runs in the Peoria first inning, despite a leadoff infield single and a pass ball. 1 hit, there were no Kernel errors, and the Chiefs leave 1 man on. He was at third with only 1 out, and there is where he stayed. The Kernels come to bat in the top of the second, no score against the Chiefs. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
When searching for a professional logistics team of experts to handle your warehousing operation, look to Worley Warehousing. Worley Warehousing will help you achieve greater efficiencies by providing superior warehouse facilities, technological advancements, and expert professionals. By focusing on technological innovations and keen foresight, Worley Warehousing has grown into one of our nation's leading warehousing operations. Worley Warehousing, your single source for all of your warehousing and distribution needs.
Summertime means Kernels baseball. Sunlight until 9 o'clock. Watermelon and lemonade. Taking the kids to the swimming pool and a host of other leisurely pursuits. Comfort Solutions by Banks stands ready to ensure that your family stays cool when you're busy with all of your summer fun. Comfort Solutions by Banks are your indoor comfort specialists. With all of the fun activities that fill up your summer, it's comforting to know that the Comfort Solutions by Banks family can take care of your family. Comfort Solutions by Banks is proud to offer your family personal and caring service. If something goes unexpectedly wrong with your home's cooling system, you can count on Comfort Solutions by Banks to provide you with courteous and professional service under any circumstance. Enjoy your summer and let the family at Comfort Solutions by Banks take care of yours.
Club had an infield single in the first inning, but neither capitalized. We go to the second with the sun shining. The pitcher is in bright sunshine, 6'8" Jordan Pauls, a 23-year-old, and Bobby Wilson, the Colonel cleanup batter, in the dirt batting circle is in shadows. Bobby Wilson hitting .291 with 4 homers, 34 RBIs. He's playing third base tonight. Matt Brown getting the night off, and Tommy Duenas behind the plate. And ball one is delivered outside to Bobby. He stands straight away from the right side. He's using a white ash bat. And a sinker is low, ball 2. Wilson last night, nothing for 3. He walked, though, with 2 out in the ninth inning, and he scored on a wild pitch in the Colonel 2-run ninth to help secure the win. Bobby Wilson hammers one through the left side into left for a base hit. Bobby Wilson jumped on a 2-0 delivery from the big, tall right-hander and whacked it into left field between Mike McCoy at third and Brendan Ryan at short, and Bobby Wilson is aboard with nobody out for Blake Balcom. Blake Balcom delivered the game-winning hit last night. He drove home Brandon Wood on a 2-out, 2-strike delivery from one of the best relief pitchers in the league, Peoria's Jason Birch. Blake dumped a single down the right field line beyond the reach of Terry Evans for the game-winning hit. A changeup is low, and Balcom steps out. No score, a runner at first, Bobby Wilson here in the top of the second inning. Balcom hitting .281 with 4 home runs and 27 driven in. He bunts, and this may be a base hit. The third baseman gloves and throws just in time. A throw to second, but diving back in, Bobby Wilson. Blake Balcom, I don't believe, was bunting to sacrifice, although he might have been. The third baseman, Mike McCoy, charged and got it on the second hop, and then he pegged it to first for the sacrifice out of Blake Balcom. It went 5-3. Bobby Wilson goes to second, and the batter is Baltazar Lopez, who had 2 hits last night, his first 2 as a Colonel. Well, both teams playing the bunting game early in this game. Left-handed hitting Lopez takes one outside, ball 1. Howie Kendrick was originally scheduled to go in this game. He was in Bobby Magallanes' Allen Motor Company Colonel starting lineup until 15 minutes before the game. A pitch wrapped through the middle, a base hit. Bobby Wilson is speeding home. The throw to the plate, not in time. Bobby Wilson with a slide on the side of his left leg, slid to the outside of home plate. No tag by Daric Barton. The throw home by the center fielder, Tyler Parker, was a strong throw, but not in time. And Baltazar Lopez has given the Colonels a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. His third hit of the series and his first run driven in as a Colonel. Baltazar Lopez grounded it to the left of the diving shortstop Brendan Ryan, plating Bobby Wilson, who was bunted to second successfully by Blake Balcom. Now Tommy Duenas, who had a 2-run homer taken away from him on a leaping catch at the wall by Cody Heather last night, takes one high, ball 1. Tommy hitting .227, 6 homers, 18 RBIs. Baltazar Lopez being held at first by John Santor.
Tommy, a double play ball to short. The shortstop kicks it for an error, and running to third is Lopez. He'll make it! Baltazar Lopez speeds into third, standing up. A smash to short, and it was mishandled by Brendan Ryan. That's his 12th error of the year, and the Kernels have a chance to add to their 1-0 lead. An error on the shortstop, Brendan Ryan. After it hit his glove, it went ricocheting into no man's land in left center. Very good base running by Baltazar Lopez as he just kept on his horse and galloped to third base. Now, with runners at first and third and only one out, Aaron Peel could add to the Kernel 1-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Peel last played Wednesday night in Battle Creek. A double play ball to third. McCoy to second out. Hayes to first. Double play. Aaron Peel ends the Kernel third inning. And again, the Kernels live by the sword and die by the sword. They love swinging at first pitches. And for the second straight inning, a Kernel batter swinging at a first pitch wraps into a double play to end an inning. The Kernels score 1 run in the second on 2 base hits. There was one chief error. Oh, we didn't make him pay for it, though. The double play really hurt, and the Kernels leave 1 man aboard. After an inning and a half on a gorgeous Saturday evening at O'Brien Field in Peoria, Kernels 1, Chiefs nothing. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on The Zone.
The Zone salutes the women of Cedar Rapids with the Zone Babes. They're babe-alicious, baby. And you know, sports isn't all there is to life. The Zone Babes. This parade of pulchritude is as close as your computer. Check out this week's Zone Babe at thezone1600.com, your online home of local sports and other stuff. This stunning photo gallery of local lovelies is beautifully photographed by Clicks Photography Company. The Zone Babes, only at thezone1600.com. The Zone.
At Zimmerman's, we believe that the voice of the customer speaks the loudest. Let's hear what our customers have to say.
We chose Zimmerman because our family has been buying cars. I guess we're probably the third generation to buy cars here at Zimmerman.
My family's bought 18 cars at Zimmerman's. 18. I ought to get a little bonus or something, wouldn't it?
We build our reputation on one satisfied customer at a time. On behalf of everyone at Zimmerman's, I want to thank you for your business.
The way to pocket important savings is to take advantage of Chevron motor oils and lubricants from the Otson Oil Company, your local Chevron oil distributor. Chevron lubricants are made from higher quality base oils for better performance, and that means longer life for your engine. Contact the Otson Oil Company in Cedar Rapids for details on how you can save time and money with Chevron lubricants. The Otson Oil Company, serving Iowa with quality lubricants since 1933. Visit Otson Oil Company at www.otson.com.
Baltazar Lopez, with his third hit of this series, his first RBI, has staked the Kernels to a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second on a lovely night in Peoria. Good seats remain, but not many for the 40th annual Midwest League All-Star Game. It's at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium Tuesday night, and the gates open at 5. There'll be a home run hitting contest. There will be fireworks after the game. A Ferris wheel will be set up, and that Ferris wheel will remain up throughout our 4-game series that follows the All-Star Game. Please log on to our website, Kernels.com, www.kernels.com, or call our ticket office, 896-7560, 896-7560 for All-Star Game tickets. Good seats remain, but less than 300. So call soon or log on now. Cody Harther, among the top 10 in the league in hitting with a .325 average, was 3 for 4 last night. Left-handed hitter facing Jepsen, and Kevin powers a fastball right by Cody, strike 1. Cody Harther is a left-handed batter, 4 homers, 37 RBIs, and he has a wide stance, slightly open, and a deep knee bend. A let-up is a beauty, strike 2 called on the outside corner to the .325 hitting Cody Harther. Quan Cosby shading into left center for this left-handed batter who uses a rust-colored bat, and he takes high for a ball. Harther, Tyler Parker, Sal Frisella, the numbers 5, 6, and 7 men in the chief order to face Kevin Jepsen. And Uncle Charlie is upstairs, and that evens the count to Cody. C-O-D-Y, Harther, H-A-E-R-T-H-E-R. Wears a pair of white bat gloves. And takes high ball 3. Fireworks will be a part of the fun on Thursday the 24th when we resume second half action following the All-Star game. The Freedom Festival will be putting on post-game fireworks on Thursday the 24th against the swing of the Quad Cities. A high pop foul over the concourse. Check that, over the suite and press box level roof. Keeps the count full to Cody Arthur. The famous, the one and only, the renowned San Diego Chicken will entertain on Thursday night the 24th. A pitch low, and Cody Arthur, the tying run, is aboard on a leadoff walk. Kevin Jepsen's control has been exemplary this season. Kevin, in 69 innings, has only walked now, well, in 70 innings, he has walked only 27 men. Jepsen has given up just 45 hits in 70 innings, struck out 66 batters in 70 innings, and the league is hitting only .235 against Kevin Jepsen. Peoria has the top-ranked hitting team in the league. They're batting .274. 6 points higher than the second-place Kernels. Strike one called at the knees to Tyler Parker, a right-handed hitter. Tyler's hitting .245 in 46 games, 6 homers, 26 RBIs. He did not play last night. He's from Georgia Tech. A fastball just inside from Kevin, 1-1. Tyler Parker from the state of Georgia, an 8th-round pick of the Cardinals in 2002. Hit .222 with the Chiefs a year ago in 55 games. Stands straight up at the plate, holds his hands high, and tips one foul to the base of the backstop. It ricochets all the way back to Colonel receiver Tommy Duenas. 1-0 Colonels, bottom of the second inning. The famous San Diego Chicken at the New Veterans Memorial Stadium. Freedom Festival fireworks on Thursday the 24th. Harther draws the throw, and he's back standing up. Cody has 5 steals in 6 tries. The crowd continues to file in. We'll have over 4,000 here tonight. The runner doesn't go, and a shot into deep right center. Quan is drifting back into deep right center, and he gloves it for the first out of the inning. Tyler Parker hit it well, tailing away from the Colonel center fielder. Quan tracked it down. 1 away, and Cody Arthur stayed at first base. The batter is Sal Frisella. Sal Frisella, the number 7 hitter, batting .253 on the year in 29 games. Sal has 3 home runs. He's driven in 18. If you wear your Freedom Festival button this coming Thursday the 24th, you'll receive if you're among the first 1,000 fans wearing a Freedom Festival button, you'll receive a free soft toss baseball from the Freedom Festival. That's this Thursday. Fireworks and the famous chicken. A breaking pitch handcuffed Sal Frisella, and he took a half swing, strike one. Sal, a right-handed batter with a deep bend, he stands straight away. And he zips one foul into the backstop. He's in the hole, 0-2. Big gap in left center for Sal Frisella between Matt Pauley and Quan Cosby. Pauley's at his regular spot in left. It's Quan that's shaded way around into right center. Is the runner going? No. Ooh, a pitch just missed low, and it's ball 1 to Sal Frisella. The New York Mets on their 1969 World Championship team had a relief pitcher named Danny Frisella. Danny has passed on. Ooh, ball 2 just low. No argument from Tommy Duenas. He gives Kevin Jepsen a reassuring nod as he delivers the ball back to the 19-year-old right-hander. The Kernels wearing their all-red caps this evening. Frisella wearing a navy blue batting helmet. Arthur a short lead at first, and a deep drive to left. Way back, may give Peoria the lead. Way back. It's caught by Matt Pauley. It's caught up against the 375 mark. I thought it was going to carry out of here, but Matt Pauley didn't give up on it, and he went as far as he could up against the 8-foot-high padded wall, 375 feet away, and Matt Pauley took an extra base hit away from Sal Frisella. Frisella narrowly missed his 4th home run of the year. That was some play by the all-star first baseman, Matt Pauley. Boy, Tommy Duenas hit one there last night, and it died. It just didn't carry out. Frisella's didn't either. Something about that last 10 feet in that left center field power alley prevented that one from going out. Hitting one off the end of the bat foul straight back is Terry Evans. Sal Frisella narrowly missed giving Peoria a 2-1 lead here in the 2nd inning. And I can't say enough what a good play Matt Pauley made at the 375 sign. A curve, a beauty from Kevin Jepsen, and it's 0-2 to Terry Evans. Terry hitting .228, has good power, 10 home runs, 43 runs driven in. Swing and a miss. Kevin Jepsen blows Terry Evans away on 3 pitches and records his 2nd strikeout of the evening. No runs for Peoria. They put their leadoff man on for the 2nd straight time on a walk. There were no chief hits, no Colonel errors, and Peoria leaves a runner aboard. They've stranded a pair. We go to the top of the 3rd at O'Brien Field. Colonels lead it 1-0. You're listening to Colonel Baseball on the Zone.
Kernels fans, your Cedar Rapids Taco Bell restaurants have something new for you to cheer about this season. A Taco Bell 10 spot. When the Colonels score 10 or more runs in any game this season, you'll score beef tacos for just 39 cents the very next day at any Cedar Rapids Taco Bell. That's a savings of 50 cents per taco, limit 10 per customer. Remember, when the Colonels put up a Taco Bell 10 spot by plating 10 or more runs in any game, you get up to 10 39-cent beef tacos the very next day at any Cedar Rapids Taco Bell.
If you missed Mike and Mike in the morning.
If I lived to be 95 years old and you knock on my door and say, what time was Laverne and Shirley on? I would say Tuesday night, 8:30, Channel 7. I would know
and
that.
And you'd win.
For the rest of my life. David Lander, pleasure to have you.
Why, thank you. It's a pleasure being had.
Let's start with this. We have a soundbite of Mike Tyson. If you got the malevolent cut, this is Mike Tyson.
I'm Mike. I'm not malevolent or anything.
Is it me or does that sound like Twiggy?
Yeah, well, the thing is, Mike can pronounce his B. I think it's where he has the edge over me. I would have said malevolent, and that would have just been it. And people would have accepted it, and we would have just gone on about our business. He's a little more articulated.
So here's what we do. On the program, we have these contests. We have people do imitations. So we need, if you would, be so kind as to honor us with an authentic Hello, Laverne.
Hello, Laverne.
Mike and Mike, weekdays from 6 to 10 Eastern, only on ESPN Radio.
1-0 Colonels as Sean Rodriguez will lead off the 3rd inning. Sean playing second base, 0-for-2, drew a 2-out walk in the 8th inning last night in a 1-1 game, and the Chiefs pitched out, and they got Sean trying to steal second. It was only the 3rd time he's been caught in 16 attempts. Right-handed hitter against the tall righty, Pauls, who gets ahead with a strike called at the knees. Sean Rodriguez hitting .246, 4 home runs, 17 driven in. Ball 1 just missed inside and low. 1-1 to the Colonel number 9 hitter. Now a changeup in the dirt, and Sean's ahead 2-1. Baltazar Lopez, RBI single, plating Bobby Wilson in the Colonel's second for the game's only run. A high bouncer to third. Sean will be out at first on his Baltimore chop. Boy, it took forever for Mike McCoy to finally have that one arrive down in his glove, but when it did, he had enough on his peg to retire Rodriguez on a high chopper to third, 1 away in the Colonel 3rd inning. We have scores from this afternoon to share with you on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. It's brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Lanny Peterson, Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, and Gary Schubat. In at third is Mike McCoy. That's because Quan Cosby's at the plate. A strike called in the outside corner at the knees. The Cubs rallied at Wrigley to overtake Oakland this afternoon 4-3 on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. It was the Giants whipping Boston 4 at SBC Park. A pitch in the dirt, 1-1 to Cosby. Again, San Francisco 6, the Red Sox 4 today in Frisco. And at Chavez Ravine this afternoon, the Dodgers bowed to the New York Yankees, 6-2 Yankees. Those are the three finals from this afternoon. A let-up is a strike to Quan, strike 2. Quan Cosby grounded out to short to start this game. We're in the top of the third inning, and it's 1-0 Kernels. In the bottom of the third at Pro Player Stadium, the Rangers 5, the Marlins 0. Cosby stays alive as Quan hits one off the end of his bat and strokes it high over the suite-level green roof here at O'Brien Field. There are suites to our left and right here on the suite level. We're just to the right of home plate, high above the dish. A swing and a miss. The ball squibs away from the catcher, Barton. He throws just in time to get the hustling Quan Cosby. Quan swung at a pitch in the dirt, and it trickled away from Daric Barton about 15 feet to his left. Quan, hustling down the line, was nipped just by a whisker. The putout went the catcher to the first baseman, 2-3. 2 away in the Colonel third inning for Matt Pauley. Matt reached on an infield single his first time up, but he was erased in a double play. Pauls with a curve, a strike. Boy, you'd never know Jordan Pauls hasn't pitched since May 22nd. Here at O'Brien Field, he was a 4-0 winner over Quad City. Ball one low to Pauley. Jordan Pauls, P-A-L-S, Matt Pauley, P-A-L-I. Pauls to Paulie. And no, they're not pals. A number off the plate, and it's foul, strike 2. Jordan Pauls, in 6 innings on May 22nd, blanked the swing of the Quad Cities here on 3 hits. Struck out 1, walked none, and he was a 4-0 winner. He is 6'8", 205. A curve is smashed up the middle. Diving stop by Brendan Ryan, and he can't make a play. It'll be another infield single for Matt Pauley. Matt hit this one hard to the left of the diving shortstop, and a terrific effort by Brendan Ryan to smother the ball, and he just couldn't get up in time to make a throw to first base. Matt Pauley is 2 for 2. And the Kernels about hit Peoria 4-1, lead the game 1-0. Brandon Wood, first pitch swinging, wrapped into an around-the-horn double play with Pauley at first. With 1 out in the first inning, Matt is running, and a pitch drilled into dead center right at Tyler Parker. Wow! Did Brandon Wood ever hit that ball hard, but he lines out the center, and I commend Bobby Magallanes for the aggressive style of play. He had Matt Pauley running as Wood drilled it into center for the final out. No runs in the third for the Kernels. 1 hit, an infield single. There were no chief errors. The Kernels strand a runner, our second of the night. After 2.5 innings, it's the Kernels leading Peoria 1-0. This is Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Hey, man, what's up? Just getting ready to kick your butt. Right. And mess up your hair? You just wish you could look this good. No, nothing but that. Hey, I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to make my hair look as good as yours. I mean, who has time to schedule an appointment, let alone show up for it? Not me. I just go to Cost Cutters. I can get in whenever it's convenient for me. Nice shot. Yeah. So you're telling me you just walk into Cost Cutters and come out looking good? Well, for some of us, that comes naturally. But Cost Cutters makes it easier. They can do anything you want. A cool cut, even some color, and get some of that styling gel stuff to keep you looking good. Like me. Oh, so that's why your hair never moves. Oh, you're funny. Cost Cutters. Thanks, man. This will save me some time. Great. Then you'll have time to work on your game. Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Are you a busy guy? Save yourself time and walk into one of our area's 12 Cost Cutters whenever it's convenient for you. Then relax, because Cost Cutters will make things easy and affordable for you.
Cost Cutters. Live your life. We always have time for your hair.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Number 9 hitter Mike McCoy will be first up for the Peoria Chiefs. Mike, a right-handed hitter, .215 batter with 2 homers, 17 RBIs, 23 years old. Out of the University of San Diego, a Cardinal 34th round pick in 2002. McCoy was a regular here for the Chiefs last year, hit .252, 5 home runs, 46 runs driven in. Remember, this Thursday, the Freedom Festival will be treating you to fireworks following the game. And if you're among the first 1,000 to come to the ball game this Thursday, a 7 o'clock start, the gates open at 6, you'll receive a free soft toss baseball from the Freedom Festival. Fireworks after the game on Thursday, and the famous San Diego Chicken will be entertaining throughout the game on Thursday, this Thursday, the 24th of June. Mike McCoy is not a big guy, 5'9", 175. The Chiefs have put their leadoff men aboard in the first 2 innings. Kevin's first pitch is way high, ball 1. Sun shining brightly. Blake Balcom has a tough task in right field with that sun glaring in his eyes. Ball 2 is high and inside to Mike McCoy. McCoy struck out 3 times last night. He was nothing for 4. I'd say the grandstand down below is 4/5 full. Big crowd here tonight. A shot into right center. Quan on the run. Quan leaps, and he makes a terrific, or did he catch it? No ruling yet. It is a base hit. A base hit. Quan trapped it. Quan Cosby is a little bit shaken up. Now he's on his feet. He went diving into right center field. And Mike McCoy, the number 9 hitter on a 2-0 pitch, jumps one in front of the diving Quan Cosby for a leadoff single. For the 3rd straight inning, the Chiefs have their leadoff man on. Cal Hayes backs away from a pitch high and in. Kevin Jepsen, not as sharp as he was in his complete game 1-hit shutout it was his last start, Tuesday, June 8th in South Bend. Cal Hayes, a sacrifice bunt his first time up. He loops one foul over the screen. And a good catch by a fan down below. 1-0 Kernels. But Peoria has their leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Cal Hayes, a right-handed hitter. Takes high, ball 2. He almost went around. Bobby Wilson playing even with the bag at 3rd for the Kernels, about 12 feet off the line. Maybe 15 feet. Balthazar Lopez holding Mike McCoy. Mike is the running threat, 9 for 12. He's in field. A ground ball base hit into right. Mike McCoy will round second and hold on as Blake Balcom gets it back in. Good piece of hitting by Cal Hayes. He's 2 for 2, the right-handed batter. Swatted one on the ground to the left of Sean Rodriguez for a single. And now let's see if Joe Cunningham Jr., the chief skipper, will have Brendan Ryan sacrificing again. Ryan was credited with the sacrifice bunt in the first inning that was effective enough to get Cal Hayes from 2nd to 3rd. Hayes was at 3rd with only 1 out, but the Chiefs failed to knock him in. Brendan Ryan, a wide-open stance with his belt buckle facing the pitching mound. He squares to bunt, and a fastball is high and outside. Ryan, a .356 hitter, no home runs, 24 driven in. The first 2 have reached on singles for Peoria here in the 3rd inning. Kernels up by a run, 1-0. The batter squares to bunt and takes low, ball 2. Tommy Duenas calls time. He'll talk it over with Kevin Jepsen on the base of the mound. The Kernels have accepted a challenge on behalf of all you great fans to help our community raise 8 tons of food for area food assistance programs as participants in the 2nd annual Freedom from Hunger Community Challenge food drive. We're asking you fans to help strike out hunger in our community by bringing your donations of non-perishable food items to the new Veterans Memorial Stadium starting June 14th through July 9th. Here's a bunt and it's high in the air on one hop. It's fielded by Kevin Jepsen, and a sacrifice as Jepsen throws first. That play went 1-3. Another successful bunt by the Peoria Chiefs, Brendan Ryan. He has 2 successful sacrifices, and the Chiefs now have runners at second and third with only 1 out, and the heart of their order coming up. First up, Daric Barton, left-handed hitting catcher. He struck out in a key situation in the first inning. They had a runner at third with 1 out, and Kevin Jepsen fanned him on a bouncer to short. The runner will try to score. Oh, we could have thrown home and gotten him, but instead, Brandon Wood throws to first. The game is tied. Boy, the runner throws at third, and Brandon looked home, and had he thrown home, we'd have had the runner, but he decided to take the out because the infield was at that depth. And Mike McCoy scooted home to tie the game at 1. A broken bat, 1 hopper to Brandon Wood. Holding at second was Cal Hayes. I'm going to ask Jeff Johnson, who's here covering this game, if he thinks the Kernels, and I'm not being critical of their choice, but in a 1-0 game in the third inning, I'm sure Bobby Magallanes wanted to prevent a big inning, so he had his infielders at regular depth. And even though Brandon Wood had a play at home, I think he threw to first, A, to get the sure second out, B, to prevent Cal Hayes from going to second and to third, and most importantly, perhaps, because this is only the third inning. But we're tied. John Santor swings at a 1-0 pitch and misses. Jeff thinks we've summarized the reasons. Jeff, do you agree that had Wood thrown home, a good throw would have had the runner? He's not sure, and you have to be 100% sure. I didn't think the runner broke off third on contact, but perhaps he did. John Santor at the plate, a big lead at second by Cal Hayes. Swing and a miss as Kevin Jepsen reared back and played old country hardball and blew it by John Santor, who steps out. Back to our request to have you help us strike out hunger. Please bring donations of non-perishable food items to the New Veterans Memorial Stadium beginning June 24th through July 9th. You can deposit your donations of non-perishable food items in the specially marked containers in the New Veterans Memorial Stadium to help in the raising of 8 tons of food. Santor cuts on a fastball outside and missed strike 3. That's Kevin Jepsen's third strikeout in 3 innings. Peoria puts their first 2 men on, and they tie the game in the third inning, 1 run on a pair of hits. There were no Kernel errors. Chiefs leave a runner aboard, their third left in this game. After 3 innings, we're all even at O'Brien Stadium. Kernels 1, Chiefs 1. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Quiznos Kernels Kids Club members. Did you know that your Quiznos Kernels Kids Club membership card is good for more than just great deals at the ballpark? That's right. By showing your Quiznos Kernels Kids Club membership card at any of the Cedar Rapids Quiznos, you'll receive a free small drink when you buy a Quiznos sub. That's a free small drink with the purchase of a Quiznos sub when you show your Quiznos Kernels Kids Club card.
Quiznos. Toasty.
Your husband has a sore throat and he's whimpering about getting it checked. That's when you make a mental note to yourself, must find family doctor.
How do you find the right doctor for your family?
It was easier than I thought. I called the number, and 3 minutes later, I had the names of 3 doctors who were in my neighborhood and were taking new patients.
Just call the Mercy Care referral line at 369-4444.
My Mercy Care doctor doesn't rush me out of the room with me saying, but what about, how do I... They take the time to answer my questions, even the silly ones.
It's that extra understanding, compassion, and care that Mercy Care community physicians practice every day.
So I got that doctor thing figured out. Now what do I do about that whimpering husband?
Find the right doctor for your family. Just call 369-4444 or find out more about our family doctors on the web at www.mercycaredoctors.com. Finding a doctor you really like. That's real life. That's the Mercy Touch.
Fans having fun with their version of the Dairy Queen dugout dance here in Peoria's O'Brien Stadium, O'Brien Field, downtown Peoria, sun shining brightly. And we're in the going to the top of the fourth, tied at 1. One of the many distinctive characteristics of this beautiful new ballpark, built the same year, 3 years ago, as the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, are the palm trees. A strike is in to clean-up batter Bobby Wilson. He singled and scored to give the Kernels the lead in the second inning. Peoria tied it on 2 hits in their half of the third. A breaking pitch is popped up foul, an easy play for John Santor. He's in the first base coach's box. Bobby Wilson hit it off the end of the bat and pops meekly to first, 1 away. In the Kernel fourth inning, the palm trees are beyond the left field wall. It's 310 down the lines here at O'Brien Field, 375 to the power alleys, and 400 feet to dead center. The wall is padded, and it has advertising panels embedded into it. The scoreboard is high above the right center field wall. The palm trees. Here's a bouncer into up the middle, and it's fielded by the shortstop, Blake Balcom. First pitch swinging, bounces out to short. Boy, that was a high chopper, and Brendan Ryan moved quickly to his left to make the play. 2 gone quickly in the Kernel fourth inning. The palm trees are part of the grass slope seating berm beyond, just above the left field wall here at O'Brien Field. That grass slope seating berm looks so comfortable. Baltazar Lopez ropes the first pitch off to the left foul, out of play, strike 1. Baltazar with an RBI single, scoring Bobby Wilson in the second inning. Lopez, a left-handed hitter. And Jordan Pauls looks like he's on his way to an easy inning. He misses low for ball 1. Let's hope I wind up retracting that statement. The Kernels have done big damage all first half with 2 outs. Ball 2 below the knees, a changeup. Jordan Pauls and Kevin Jepsen work very quickly. Each of them takes less than 10 seconds between pitches. Pauls is a giant of a man, 6'8". And a pitch grounded to second, booted by the second baseman, and he can't find the handle. Cal Hayes commits his 8th error of the year. Baltazar Lopez reaches on an error, the second committed by the Chiefs in this ball game, and let's hope the Kernels can do a better job of capitalizing than they did in the second inning when Tommy Duenas' ball was mishandled by the shortstop, Brendan Ryan. That allowed Lopez to go to third. He was there with only 1 out. And Aaron Peel wrapped into an inning-ending double play. The Kernels have hit into 2 double plays tonight. We're in the top of the fourth, and it's 1-1. The infield now completely enveloped in shadows. The lights have not been turned on yet. Tommy Duenas calls time. Tommy, a .227 batter with 6 homers, 18 RBIs, hit one to the shortstop, Brendan Ryan, and he booted it in the second inning. Ryan is shifted way around to the left in the hole at short. They're playing Duenas as a rank pull hitter. The second baseman, who just committed his 8th error of the year, Cal Hayes, is playing up the middle, just to the right of second base. So the Chiefs play Tommy Duenas as a dead pull hitter. A curve was inside to Duenas, ball 1. Tommy pops one in the air to first. It's a foul ball. It'll end the inning. John Santor has it. 2 foul pops to the big Chief first baseman, part of a Kernel fourth inning that saw the Kernels score no runs. On no hits, 1 Chief error, their second of the game. Kernels leave a runner aboard. We've stranded 3. The Kernels continue to swing so early in counts that they don't even give Jordan Pauls a chance to get himself in any kind of trouble, and boy, do we swing early in counts. After 3.5 at O'Brien Field, the Kernels and Chiefs are tied at 1. This is Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
You're in the Zone. Attention sports fans. Iowa's #1 sports announcer is right here on the Zone. For the second year in a row, the Iowa Associated Press has named Scott Unash the best damn play-by-play announcer in the state. fact is, Scott's dedication to outstanding coverage of area metro sports is unprecedented. The guy eats, sleeps, and breathes local sports. You can catch Scott weekday afternoons at 3 on the 19th hole with Scott Unat. And Saturday mornings at 9 when he hosts the Hy-Vee Coaches Corner. And in addition to great seasonal high school play-by-play, you can hear Scott calling all the hot action of Hawkeye Downs racing on Friday nights. Scott knows sports, and once again, he's AP's top play-by-play announcer of the year. One more reason why you need to keep it in. ESPN Radio, 1600 AM.
Is Tim Kirkchin a metrosexual? Have you ever waxed your body hair?
Absolutely not.
Do you moisturize daily?
No.
Has a gay man ever hit on you?
Yes.
Do you like it? Tim Kirkchin's grade. Golick was an 8. I was a 29. Your score is a 10, which means you are a possible future metrosexual.
Closer to Golick.
Can I tell you what you were 1 point away from in the 0 through 9 point range? The first line would have been stud. You're a manly man.
Mike and Mike in the morning on ESPN Radio.
This game taking on the same pattern as last night's Kernel 3-1 victory. We're tied at 1. The Kernels swinging early in counts and getting great pitching last night from Abel Marino, 2 nights ago in Battle Creek from Michelle Samar, and this evening from 19-year-old right-hander Kevin Jepsen. We'll have a special guest joining us in just a moment. First, we want to recap our Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge question from last night. We had a winner from Monticello, Iowa, April Rowan. April, congratulations. By answering our Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge question correctly last night, you've earned a prize from the Bim Ritter Diamond Shop. Last night, we wanted to know who finished second to Dwight Gooden in the 1985 Cy Young Award voting, a St. Louis Cardinal lefty who led the league in shutouts in 85 with 10. He won 20 of his last 21 decisions, and he posted a 1.93 ERA, yet he finished second to Doc Gooden in the Cy Young Award voting. April Rowan identified John Tudor as the answer to that Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge question. Cody Harther fouls one away to the left. Now a changeup is a ball. We're pleased to have Mike Kohlbeck, the Kernel Director of Marketing and Public Relations, alongside. And here's a pitch fouled straight back. Mike, what a beautiful setting as this thing goes down to the wire in Peoria.
Nice crowd here tonight, John. It's a beautiful ballpark. I was here a couple years ago for the playoffs, and
swing and a miss by Cody Harther, a sinking fastball. Kevin Jepsen with 4 strikeouts. Mike, we didn't have as many last night because the weather was a little bit threatening, and there's all sorts of fun things to do on the riverfront on weekends here, but tonight we have well over 4,000, and these are the very crowds that make playing for these kids so much fun. And I know the Kernels were very uplifted by the crowds we had at home against Beloit last weekend, and Jack Rader is just smiling from ear to ear as far as projections for the month of June, including the All-Star game.
We're looking good, John. Who's up to bat now?
This is Tyler Parker, and he swings and fouls one off to the right, strike 1.
Yeah, we're looking good, I think, for the month of June. We've got some nice things coming up, with including the chicken.
That's this Thursday, along with fireworks.
That's right.
A bouncer foul off to the left, and Kevin Jepsen's ahead of the right-handed batter, Tyler Parker, 0-2. Tyler flew out to center in the first inning. We're going to share some news, Mike and I, about the team the Kernels are trying to lasso in down the home stretch here. The Kane County Cougars on an 0-2 pitch. Parker pops one foul into the right field seats. In Geneva, Illinois, the game going quickly there in the top of the 4th, and the Cougars leading Burlington 3-0, but a long way to go in that game. It's still 0-2. And a fastball is high from Kevin Jepsen. Mike, it's terrific that you have come, and so has Jeff Johnson, the Gazette sports writer, who will file a story for Sunday's Gazette from this game. And here's a drive into center, same place where he hit it before. Quan Cosby drifts a bit to his left and tucks it away. Tyler Parker hit it hard, but lines out to center.
And Mike, the Kernels are here. They're a host family. Gary is on our board of directors, and the Pomeroys are here. They host the Latin-speaking Kernel players, and Bobby Magallanes' wife is here.
Yeah, it's a good turnout. I even, where I was sitting down below, there's some kids from Cedar Rapids here. I'm not sure if they moved to Peoria or what, but they got their Kernel stuff on, so, and they're cheering.
Oh, that's great to hear. 2 away in this 1-1 game in the bottom of the fourth. Sal Frisella, the DH, narrowly missed a 2-run homer his last time up. Mike, I thought the ball he hit was out of here.
So did I. This part goes deep in a hurry. It seems like out by the 375 mark there, Paulie hauled it in.
Swing and a miss by Frisella, strike one. Tommy Duenas hit a ball last night, Mike, that I really feel bad about. I called it a 2-run homer, and what happened is Cody Harther went over that 375 sign with his glove and took it back onto the field of play.
I heard that, John.
Oh, boy. Luckily, the Kernels, for me that is, the Kernels got the 2 runs in the top of the ninth with 2 out, and Bob Zimmerman, the all-star in relief of Abel Marino, came down to nail it down. The Kernels, with a win here tonight, could cinch a postseason playoff berth. Uh-oh, a deep drive to left. This one may be gone. It's at the wall, and it's out of here. Sal Frisella does it. He almost did it his last time up. A solo shot with 2 out, and Peoria leads it 2-1 here in this bottom of the fourth inning. He pulled that one, Mike, just enough that it got out of here.
Yeah, high fastball up in his eyes and in a little bit, and he jumped on it and sent it down the left field line, and tip your cap to him. It was a bad pitch by Kevin.
It was the same pitch he made to him the first time up that he almost hit out. I saw the same swinging motion, Mike. It was up in his wheelhouse.
Yes, it was.
And he jumped all over it. He pulled it to the right of the 310 mark over the 8-foot high padded wall for his 4th home run of the year. And it's a 2-1 Chief lead now. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by Terry Evans. He struck out in the first inning. Peoria leads it 2-1. A win here tonight by the Kernels, or a win tomorrow, would assure the Kernels of at least a second-place finish in the Western Division first half race. Plugging one foul down the right field line is Terry Evans. He's in the hole 0-2. Mike, getting back to the big crowds that we expect in the month of June, not only do we have fireworks on Thursday the 24th, but you mentioned the San Diego Chicken, and after this next pitch, which is swatted to third on one hop, Bobby Wilson airmails it to Lopez to retire the side. Terry Evans bounces out to third. Mike will give us his impressions of the San Diego Chicken coming to the new Veterans Memorial Stadium this Thursday the 24th. In the fourth for Peoria, 1 run on a 2-out home run by Frisella, 1 hit, no Kernel errors, and the Chiefs leave the bases empty. Kernels come to bat in the top of the 5th. The Chiefs ahead now 2-1. You're tuned to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Toyota Financial Services of Cedar Rapids understands the importance of reading in the lives of our community's children. That's why they're proud to fund the 6th annual Toyota Financial Services Kernel Summer Reading Program. The generous support of Toyota Financial Services will result in Kernel players conducting a record 32 elementary school assemblies this spring to encourage girls and boys to read throughout the summer. Their reading accomplishments will be recognized by Toyota Financial Services with fabulous rewards. Toyota Financial Services, a true hero to the Kernels and the youth of our community.
Been looking to buy a used car, truck, or van? If so, head to Select Auto now. All vehicles are priced to sell with bottom line pricing. Monthly bills getting you down? Can't afford the car of your dreams? No problem. Select Auto offers payment plans to fit around your budget. Select Auto also offers great warranties on all cars, not to mention their experienced and friendly staff in their full-service service department. Hate being chased around a lot by those annoying salespeople? At Select Auto, you won't be bothered by any salespeople. You deal directly with the owners. Got bad credit? Not a problem. They offer financing for any credit, good or bad. Still not sold? Purchase any used car over $5,000 and get $200 in free gas. Hurry in. This deal only lasts during the month of May. What are you waiting for? Visit either of Select Auto's 2 convenient locations on 1st Avenue downtown Cedar Rapids or on 7th Avenue in Marion. Select Auto, a great way to buy a pre-owned car.
Bottom of the fourth by D8 Sal Frisella has given the Chiefs a 2-1 lead. Aaron Peel wrapped into a double play his first time. He swings at the first pitch, a changeup and misses, strike one. Top of the fifth inning. That means it's an opportunity for you to log on to our website and earn a prize from the Bim Ritter Diamond Shop. A high can of corn into left field. Drifting in is Cody Hartford. Comes way in now and has it. Aaron Peel, 0-2. Flies to left to start the Kernel fifth inning. Log on to our website, www.kernels.com, Kernels, and then hit the link on the right side of the homepage. Email us your name, your address, your phone number, and the answer to our Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge. Question: have you got all that? You've logged on to our website. Rodriguez thumps the first pitch foul beyond the Kernel third base dugout. Strike one. Boy, the Kernels just haven't made many adjustments yet against this 6'8" right-hander, Jordan Pauls. They keep swinging early in counts, and that, Mike Kubek, has been our M.O. the whole spring and summer. A ground ball up the middle. That may sneak through. It is a base hit. Backhanded to the left side of second in the outfield by Cal Hayes, and it's the Kernel fifth hit of the evening, a one-out single for Sean Rodriguez.
Mike, I think Paul's really changed his speeds well. On his fastball and throwing a changeup. I'm not real impressed with Brendan Ryan as a shortstop here tonight, but maybe that's because he's playing and he's not. A lot of guys squeeze him up the middle, and he's not squeezing guys up the middle.
He's playing him to pull.
Yeah. And he's not getting the balls that normally you would think a shortstop would get to.
That's a good point, Mike. Now with good speed on the base paths, we'll have our Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge for you in a moment, but I have a feeling the Kernels are going to play the running game here. Rodriguez not running, and a tap foul by Quan Cosby. You've logged on to our website, www.kernels.com. You've gone to the link, clicked on it on the right side of the homepage to answer our Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge. What's your incentive? Well, you'll win a prize from the Bim Ritter Diamond Shop if you answer this question correctly. As you email us, we need your name, address, and phone number, and the date, June 19th. The throw to first, and John Santor dropped it. Otherwise, it might have been close. Rodriguez going back in a cloud of dust head first, and Sean is having to give himself a thorough dusting off. A bronze statue of what Cardinal great stands outside Busch Stadium in St. Louis? That's our Kernel Roadshow Trivia Challenge. Please give us your answer. Swing and a miss by Quan, along with your name, address, phone number, and date, June 19th. A bronze statue of what Cardinal great stands proudly outside Busch Memorial Stadium in St. Louis. It's the most common meeting place of anybody, or for everyone, at the Busch Memorial Stadium. If you're a Cardinal fan and you're meeting someone, you'll just say, hey, I'll meet you at the blank statue. Who's that statue of? A pitch out and a throw to first. Sean just got backhand first. Wow. Ball one to Quan Cosby, and Sean Rodriguez, Mike Kubek, again, caked in, I wouldn't even call it dirt. I'd call it dust.
Good point. Santor's kicking a bunch of dust away from the base path and away from first base there. So
2-1 Peoria. The Kernels have the tying run at first. Sean Rodriguez with only one out. Cosby, a switch hitter batting left, takes in the dirt, and Sean Rodriguez scampers into scoring position. Mike, you rule that a wild pitch or a stolen base?
That would be a wild pitch because he wasn't running until the ball squirted away from the catcher.
And it did. It came in front of the home plate area. Daric Barton got in front of it, but then, as Mike said, it thudded off his chest protector and rolled about 10 or 12 feet in front of home plate. Now Quan Cosby with one out with the base hit could tie this game at 2 in the fifth inning. The big, tall right-hander, Jordan Pauls, with the 2-2. Tap back to the mound. Rodriguez hung up. Wild throw into the Kernel bullpen. Rodriguez scores. Quan stops at second. Wow, Jordan Pauls heaved it over the head of the third baseman, Mike McCoy, and the Kernels had tied this game despite a base-running snafu by Sean Rodriguez. Mike, Jordan Pauls threw that as though he was throwing it to a guy twice his size, 6'8".
Yeah, he sure did, John. It was very poor base running on Sean's part. You got to make sure the ball gets past the pitcher when you're running at second base and you're not forced. And then Paul's just really, he didn't step towards third base. He just heaved it and threw it 10 feet over the head of the third baseman.
And the Kernels, as a result, tie this game. Sean Rodriguez came home, and Quan Cosby's in scoring position for Matt Pauley, who's due to keep his perfect night intact. He's 2 for 2. He's trying to keep it intact. And he tips one foul, the count even 1-1. Pauley has reached on a pair of infield singles. A throwing error by Jordan Pauls has helped the Kernels tie this game 2-2 in the 5th inning. We'll get to Mike's impressions of the famous San Diego Chicken here in just a moment. He'll be appearing on Freedom Festival Fireworks Night this Thursday, the 24th. Pauley, a .288 hitter, takes a changeup just outside, ball 2. Mike, the Chicken is special.
Yeah, he sure is, John. He's been doing this for a long time, since the late 70s. So he's got experience, as they say.
And he does things that have everybody enthralled, enchanted, and happy. Ball 3, a let up outside to Pauley, and Matt now with the base open and a right-handed batter on deck. I'm not sure if Jordan Pauls will give him anything good to hit. It's a 2-2 game, and Cosby leads away from second as the go-ahead run.
And it looks like there's some action in the...
A tap to the left side, and a good base running play by Quan. He goes to third as the third baseman stumbled onto his knees, and Mike McCoy threw on to first to get Pauley. Matt retired for the first time. It went 5-3, and Mike, you said you saw action in
the Peoria bullpen.
Yep, there's some men up, limbering up. One of them a tall right-hander.
39.
Yes, and that for the Chiefs is Wayne Lundgren. A runner at third for Brandon Wood. Strike on the inside corner. Brandon has been the top Kernel hitter in these 2-out clutch situations. He and Blake Balcom seem to thrive when the money is on the line. Quan at third is the go-ahead run. A ton of hitting room up the middle for Wood. He bashes one, fair, past third. Brandon did it again. He gives the Kernels the lead. He'll try for second. A good throw's going to get him. He's saved. Cody Harther's throw not in time, and Brandon Wood bashed one past the diving Mike McCoy to score Cosby and make it 3-2 Kernels here in the top of the 5th inning. Brandon Wood doubles past third. Mike McCoy, Mike Kubek was guarding the line, and Wood still cranked one by him for an RBI double.
He shot it past him. I'm not so sure that Brandon didn't bring his bat on that, too. I see the bat boy looking it over. It didn't sound right.
No.
When he hit it. He just, the kid dove for it and missed it. And Brandon, how many times, like you said, how many times have you seen him come up with a big hit?
Many in this first half. He's at second. Here's a base hit through the middle. Brandon Wood's going to round third. He'll score on Bobby Wilson's single into center, and it's 4-2 Kernels. Bobby Wilson drilled one through the middle, and Brandon Wood scored. Another 2-out lightning hit by the surging Kernels, going for their third win in a row, trying to assure themselves a spot in the postseason by virtue of a first or second finish in the first half. And we may see Brian Eversgerd, the Peoria pitching coach, come out. Yep, here he is. 4-2 Kernels here in the 5th inning. Mike Kubek is with us, and Mike, we're going to talk to Jeff Johnson, who's on this trip or in Peoria this evening. He's our guest on the Dugout Interview tomorrow afternoon, and one of the things that I know Jeff and I will discuss is how much fun it is when a ball club has the confidence, not the cockiness, but the confidence that the Kernels have.
Well, yeah, John. I mean, it's fun to go out to the ballpark here. You expect good things to happen, and they end up happening. And it's, the Beloit series is a great example where you get 2 walk-off wins, and it just creates such a buzz for the people leaving the stand, and it creates a lot of confidence for the ball club, too.
And confidence is brimming in the Kernels, all of this with 2 out. The Kernels lead it by a pair. Blake Balcom at the plate, and a curve is low. Mike, for those who aren't associating who the San Diego Chicken is, first of all, he is a chicken color. He's bright yellow.
And orange, and actually now he's called the Famous Chicken.
The Famous Chicken. And he still has those long bird legs, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Those yellow bird legs. Yes, he does. And he's the original, John.
Yes.
He's the guy who started it all as far as the creatures are concerned. Back when he was working for a radio station in San Diego, and started showing up at Padres games.
Here's a swing and a foul by Balcom on a 2-0 pitch. Blake is 0-for-1. He had a sacrifice bunt that helped the Kernels take the lead in the second, 1-0. Peoria tied it in the third with a run, got a home run from Sal Frisella in the bottom of the fourth with 2 out to lead it 2-1, and the Kernels have exploded for 3 on 3 hits and an error here in the fifth and lead it 4-2. Blake, a right-handed hitter, bounces one past or outside of third, and it's strike 2. You mean the Famous Chicken even came before Fred Bird and the Philly Fanatic?
Oh yeah. They were well behind him. The Chicken is a guy who he was on the baseball bunch or This Week in Baseball with Johnny Bench
back in the early to mid 70s.
Yeah,
you're right, Mike. Balcom with Bobby Wilson at first. Takes a pitch in the dirt. Bobby bluffed to break to second, but was putting on the brakes when that one was stopped by catcher Daric Barton. Now Bobby Wilson will be running. He's being told just that by Justin Bachman, coaching at first. Blake Balcom has run the count full, and the Chiefs playing Balcom to pull with their shortstop, Brendan Ryan, way in the hole.
The center fielder shades toward right a little bit.
That doesn't make sense to me. There goes Bobby Wilson, a swing and a miss on a changeup, and Blake Balcom stands to end the Kernel fifth inning. But what a fifth it was. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 critical error committed by the pitcher, Peoria's third error of the proceedings. The Kernels leave a runner. We've stranded 4. Mike Kuhlbeck, Kernel Director of Public Relations and Marketing, alongside, and we've covered a few bases, a lot more fun things to tell you about from Peoria as the Kernels look for a win that would cinch a playoff berth for this ball club. After 4.5, the Kernels lead Peoria 4-2, and you're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Most of us have been in a situation before in buying an automobile where what we owe is more than what our vehicle is worth, and sometimes it's thousands of dollars. There is a better way to put yourself in a better position when it comes to value, quality, and reliability. Put yourself into an industry-leading Honda automobile from Randy Kiel Honda. The Odyssey minivan boasts being #1 in safety and the #1 minivan on the market for the last 5 years. The Honda Accord leads the way in safety and has made the Car and Driver's Top 10 list more than any other car in history. The Pilot topped the SUV categories in its first year out and remains a class leader. And the CR-V continues leading in its class since its arrival in 1997. The subcompact Element is so functional and practical, they're selling as fast as they arrive. So doesn't it make sense to get the best value in the market at Randy Kiel Honda? Great folks to deal with, too, and #1 when it comes to getting you the best price. The home of confidence is Randy Kiel Honda, Centerpoint Road, or on the web at randykiel.com.
The Crown Plaza 5 Seasons is Cedar Rapids' exclusive downtown hotel. Make plans to experience a spectacular view from the top of the 5 restaurant. Start your day off with us for breakfast, or make a lasting impression on your business associates by treating them to our signature lunch buffet that changes daily. For any occasion, enjoy an elegant dinner or the Eddie Picard Jazz Trio in the city's only rooftop restaurant. The Crown Plaza 5 Seasons, top of the 5.
Mike Kuhlbeck alongside as we go to the Peoria fifth inning. Mike is the Kernel Director of Public Relations and Marketing. And Mike, we have an update from Philip Elstrom Stadium in suburban Chicagoland, that critical game between the Kane County Cougars and the Burlington Bees.
Yeah, John, at the top of the 6th right now is Kane County 6, Burlington 0. And Kane County win cinches first place in the Western Division for the Cougars, and leaves second place for us if we can hold on to this game tonight.
Kevin Jepsen has pitched a strong 4 innings coming off the blister problem following his complete game shutout one-hitter back on June 8th in South Bend, and a knee-high fastball is a strike to Mike McCoy. Mike singled and scored to tie the game in the 3rd inning. Lights have just been turned on here at O'Brien Field. A slider from Kevin, low and away. 4-2 Kernels. Quan Cosby playing way around into right center. In center field, it's a perfect night for baseball. A one-hop shot to short, backhanded by the all-star Brandon Wood, and he zips his throw in time to get Mike McCoy in. One thing about the Kernels, Mike, we haven't talked nearly enough about, and I know you're very aware of it. We are the best defensive club in the league.
Well, I think we've had more than 30 games where we haven't committed an error, and that's pretty incredible for teams at this level.
Yes.
I mean, even major league teams, that's pretty incredible.
Cal Hayes, a changeup in the dirt, ball 1. Cal is 2 for 2. Singled in the 1st inning off of the bare hand of Sean Rodriguez, then wrapped one through the right side in the 3rd inning. He's hitting .321 in 14 games, and he loops one foul off to the right. 1-1 to the leadoff batter, Cal Hayes. Hope you enjoyed participating in our Colonel Roadshow Trivia Challenge question in the 5th inning, the top of the 5th. We asked what bronze statue of a Cardinal great stands outside Bush Memorial Stadium in St. Louis. You can still log on to our website, www.kernels.com. Click on the link on the right side of the home page and email us with your answer. A ground ball, a worm burner to Brandon Wood, the sure-handed shortstop, throws to first, and there are 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-2 Kernels. We need your name, address, phone number, and the date, June 19th, in your email to us. What Cardinal great is immortalized with a bronze statue right outside the circular plaza area of Busch Stadium in St. Louis?
I think that's going to be a real tough question because there's not very many Cardinal fans in Eastern Iowa.
Oh, Mike, you had to get my blood boiling, didn't you? Oh, Mike, you know what buttons to push, I'll tell you. Well, there's a few Cardinal fans, but we have to stick together.
I'm sitting next to one of the biggest ones.
That's right. A high pop foul drifts out of play by off the bat of Brendan Ryan, who has 2 sacrifice bunts to his credit tonight. 4-2 Kernels, bottom of the 5th inning at O'Brien Field in downtown Peoria. Mike, we have the same reaction in our great city of first-time visitors to the new Veterans Memorial Stadium that people have here at O'Brien Field. Their mouths drop open in utter awe and bewilderment of the beauty of the facility.
It is a beautiful ballpark, John. The one thing that really stands out to me is how much space there is in foul territory in this park compared to our park where there's very little.
I agree. I like ours better in that regard because we're cozier and more intimate. Ball 2 is high to the right-handed batter, and it's 2-1. And that's not a negative about this stadium. It's just a little bit, as you say, on a grander scale. It's very much like Oldsmobile Park in Lansing. It was designed by the same architectural firm. Ryan ahead, takes outside, ball 3. Kevin Jepsen has issued 1 walk. It came to Cody Harther leading off the 2nd inning. Let's see if he can come back. If he can come back and get Brendan Ryan. The Colonel pitching coach Eric Bennett he levies fines on any Colonel hurlers that walk men would take out, and that's what Kevin Jepsen just did. He'll be a little bit lighter in the wallet. Don't worry, Colonel fans. It doesn't go into Benny's retirement fund. It goes into a pitcher's dinner fund, and they all go out and have a laugh about having to contribute to that pot for 2-out walks.
How much money's he got in there now?
Well, put it this way, Mike. When we were in South Bend, they had a big dinner one night, and they had plenty for steak dinners and a big tip to the waitress. So there was a lot.
For all the pitchers?
Yes.
All 12 of them?
Yes. I guess the fine must be at least $10. Daric Barton, a left-handed hitting slugger, takes a curve at the knees. Barton with a 1-hopper to shortstop Brandon Wood produced the tying run in this game in the 3rd inning. Tied it at 1-1. It's now 4-2 Kernels. Baltazar Lopez holds Ryan at first. and a changeup dipped low and away to this catcher. And Mike, I said last night on the broadcast, he reminds me of Yogi Berra with his rotund, husky build.
I don't remember Yogi Berra. Was he a hitter? Or?
Ball 2 is up and in. A notorious bad ball hitter.
Bad ball hitter.
Barton not swinging at pitches out of the zone. He's ahead 2-1. Daric has good power, 8 homers and a .381 average in 31 games for Peoria. He cocks his elbow high and points it back towards the press box. He's ahead 2-1. Ball 3, and Kevin Jepsen suddenly looks to be a little bit out of sync, Mike.
Yeah, a little bit. You wonder how far Kevin can go after missing a start his last time out and having some tender fingers, but he's battling.
He'll need to do something to keep the ball in the ballpark. There goes the runner, and a high fly ball into right will end the inning. Blake Balcom is underneath it. It's hit as high as a pitching wedge at the U.S. Open, and it's caught by Blake Balcom. Daric Barton ahead 3-1. Hoisted one into right, and the inning. In the 5th, no runs for the Chiefs. No hits, a 2-out walk. There were no Kernel errors. Peoria leaves a runner. They're 4th stranded up this game. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and the Kernels lead Peoria 4-2. This is Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Okay, so I'm dropping my daughter off at daycare, and as I'm walking out, I see myself in the double doors. Uh-oh is right. My hair looks terrible. My ends are all scraggly, and my roots. Did you see my roots? I can't believe I've been walking around like this.
Have you tried Costco?
Oh, I'd love to get my hair done, but who has the time? With work and the kids, I barely have time to find matching socks, let alone time for my hair. Besides, I need the works.
Just go to Cost Cutters. They'll have you in and out and looking great in no time.
Yeah?
Yeah. At Cost Cutters, the stylist will keep you looking great with a new cut, some color, even highlights. Check out mine.
Oh, so Cost Cutters is your secret.
Yep. I even get my favorite products there. You know, shampoo, conditioner.
That's it. I'm going to Cost Cutters.
Right now?
My roots. Thank you.
There are a dozen Cost Cutters here in our area, each offering a relaxed, convenient hair care experience with no appointments and no hassles. Cost Cutters make things easy and affordable with professional stylists who care about you.
Cost Cutters. Live your life. We always have time for your hair.
Faucet weekend, termites feasting, fish and tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into Yellow Book. The other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Let your fingers walk into Yellow Book. The other book.
Peoria Chiefs as we approach 8 o'clock here in central Illinois. It's Wayne Lundgren and a strike on a changeup on the outside corner to Baltazar Lopez. Top of the 6th inning, 4-2 Kernels in Peoria. The Kernels in quest of a win that would secure a playoff berth for them. A change is a strike on the outside corner. Wayne Lundgren, Lundgren, is a tall right-hander. Not quite as tall as the departed starter Jordan Pauls, but at least 6'5". And he misses outside to Baltazar Lopez. Mike Kubek is alongside, and Mike will fill us in as we go here in the 6th inning about this new pitcher, Wayne Lundgren, who's ahead of Baltazar 1-2. Lopez, a deep drive to right. If it stays fair, it's his first home run. It is fair! A home run! Mike, you and I had to pause because the base umpire, Mark Ripperger, had a very difficult call. He was in great position to make it, and a home run for Baltazar Lopez makes it 5-2 Kernels. He crushed the pitch. The only question, and the base umpire had to wait quite a long time to answer it, fair or foul? And it was fair.
It was fair, and the other question was whether it was going to hit that car that was driving by at that time, because it just missed it.
That means he hit it out of the ballpark, Mike.
He hit it way out of the ballpark. It was crushed.
Baltazar Lopez has driven in 2 runs. His first home run, leading off the 6th inning, makes it 5-2 Kernels.
And that's the 3rd home run off of Peoria right-hander Wayne Lundgren. He came into the game 2-2, 4.13 ERA. And that's a ball to Tommy Duenas. In 18 innings, 28 in the 3rd innings pitched, 27 hits, 22 strikeouts, only 5 walks. So it throws strikes.
1-1 to Tommy Duenas. A curve and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Tommy is nothing for 2, has reached on an air and fouled to first. Baltazar Lopez, 2 hits last night in the Kernels 3-1 victory. 2 hits tonight, 2 RBIs, a home run. And Mike and I literally had to bite our tongues because we weren't sure if it was going to be ruled fair or foul. A little number behind the plate by Tommy Duenas. It's still 1-2. Wayne Lundgren,
Lundgren, like Dolph.
There you go. I was struggling there, Mike.
The old swimmer, I can't remember his first name.
And there was also a miler. Yeah, Steve Lundgren and a miler named Gary Lundgren. The 1-2 to Tommy is swung on and missed. Strike 3, 1 out in the Kernels 6th inning. Starter Jordan Pauls went 5 innings, and he allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. Pauls, the right-hander, making his first start since May 22nd, struck out 2 Kernels, and he walked none. The question of the 4 runs he allowed, how many were earned? And we'll have to work on that. He hurt himself with a throwing error. 1 of them was earned, according to Cedar Rapids Gazette sports writer Jeff Johnson. Jeff, thanks so much. A home run by Baltazar Lopez, and it's 0-1 to Aaron Steele. Swing and a miss on a slider. Mike, I couldn't find much about Lundgren in the Cardinal Media Guide. Does it say what?
He's not in the Cardinal Media
Guide. Okay, we're going to check the Super Register, and we're not sure he's in there either. Wait a minute. Ball. Now, we have found him. He came from the Red Sox organization. He's from the Red Sox. We did find him in the Bible of all Bibles, the Super Register. A tap to the right side. Big John Santor will underhand to the right-hander covering for the 2nd out of the inning. Aaron Peel bounces out first to pitcher covering. Aaron nothing for 3, and the batter now, Sean Rodriguez. Sean spearheaded the Kernel 3-run 5th inning with a 1-out single.
Well, that's what I call teamwork. Ryan Ory from the Peoria Journal-Star and Jeff Johnson from the Cedar Rapids Gazette, making sure that we knew who Wayne Lundgren was and where he had come from.
Well, that's important stuff. Jeff chiding us for not bringing the Super Register with us. I left it at home. Swing and a miss by Rodriguez. Sometimes I rely too much on my great help, the interns, and usually I give them all the bases to cover, tell them where to look for guys, and they slipped up this time and forgot to check the Super Register.
We still love you guys.
A swing and a miss by Sean, strike 2. We're in the top of the 6th inning. It's 5-2 Kernels. We've out-hit Peoria 8-4. The Chiefs have hurt themselves. They've made 3 errors, one in particular by the departed starter Jordan Pauls, opened up a Kernel 3-run 5th inning. Rodriguez is good at battling out of 0-2 holes. He takes in the dirt for ball 1. It's great to have Mike along with us this evening. His wife Tammy is down below along with son Tyler.
I keep looking to see where they are. And it's just like a home game. They disappear.
Check the concession stand. I'm just kidding, Mike. Swinging a foul off the foot of Sean, and he's hobbled a bit by that one. Tyler doesn't have as big an appetite as some kids, does he?
No, he doesn't. And it's incredible that he grows it all as little as he eats. But actually, you know, when we go to games, when they come to games at home, they know Tammy knows so many people. It doesn't surprise me that she gets off talking to
visiting,
people.
Sure.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm sure she's probably found somebody she knows here.
I wouldn't doubt that at all, Mike. A curve just inside, and it's 2-2 now to the Colonel number 9 hitter, Sean Rodriguez. A leadoff homer by Baltazar Lopez, his first of the year, here in the 6th inning off reliever Wayne Lundgren. Swing and a miss on a slider low and away. Sean down on strike. 1 run in the Colonel 6th on the Lopez home run. 1 hit. There were no chief errors. The Colonels leave the bases empty. After 5.5 in Peoria, the Colonels on top, 5-2. And you're listening to Colonel Baseball on the Zone.
The road to glory. For one truly exceptional individual, the lure of America's pastime and baseball immortality brought him to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is his story. Even though he is a quiet, reserved man, many say he left an indelible mark in Cedar Rapids baseball history. ESPN Radio's Bobby V.
They say if he ever does go back, Rob Dibble will end up serving hard time.
His work with wayward women inspired teammates and fans alike. ESPN's Mike Golick and Mike Greenberg.
I hear Dibble got his first tattoo in Cedar Rapids.
That's not the first thing he got in Cedar Rapids.
Rude? Maybe. Lewd? Okay, I'm guilty, but never tattooed. Not Cedar Rapids.
Rob Dibble on the road to glory.
Tibbs, trust me, it's okay for you to visit Cedar Rapids. That restraining order's been lifted.
KCRG TV9 brings you more live coverage of breaking news.
And we'll take you there first. I'm TV9 News anchor Scott Sanborn. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no matter where news is happening, around the corner, around the state, or around the world, the TV9 News team will take you there live.
KCRG TV9, your live news leader.
It's around-the-clock news coverage you can count on from your 24-hour news source, KCRG TV9.
Nothing doing in the Colonel bullpen. So far, so good for Colonel All-Star, right-hander, 19-year-old Kevin Jepsen. He's given up single runs in the 3rd and 4th. The Colonels, meanwhile, took a 1-0 lead in the 2nd inning. And then with Peoria leading 2-1 after 4, the Colonels struck for 3 on 3 hits and a throwing error by the starter Jordan Pauls of Peoria. And then Baltazar Lopez leading off the 6th inning, this 6th inning, belted his first home run of the year as a Colonel over the right field wall, down the line, and it was fair onto the street. That there are 2 streets that border O'Brien Field. We're in downtown Peoria, and the Chiefs will send up their slugging cleanup batter, John Santor, to lead off the 6th. John is batting .266 on the year, 4th in the league with 13 homers, tied for 1st in the league with 52 RBIs. Santor is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Jepsen is fanned 4 and walked 2. His first pitch of the 6th almost hit the batter. Santor had to jackknife out of the way. Mike, we have another neat aspect of our All-Star game and the homestand that follows, and I know with your son Tyler that a lot of parents, here's a drive into the left field corner, hooking, foul, strike 1 to Santor. I know with you being a parent and with a lot of folks in eastern Iowa loving the new Veterans Memorial Stadium as a safe, wholesome, clean place to bring their family, that Jack Rader wanted you to tell our fans about the Ferris wheel that will be on hand not only for the All-Star game Tuesday night, but for the 4-game series through Thursday through Sunday at home against Quad Cities.
Well, we got a Ferris wheel that's going to be there, and it's going to go around.
And around.
And then later on, it's still going to go around.
And I know we had it, Mike, for the final home game of the old Veterans Memorial Stadium, and it was a big attraction because kids love that kind of fun.
Sure they do. And, we have a lot of other fun that's going to go along with it. It's,
Ball 3 just inside to Santor. It's 3-1.
It goes a long ways toward, it's not just a baseball game that we have out there. We have, it's entertainment of all types and for kids of all ages. So,
I have a feeling on the 3-1 pitch, a change-up, and Santor tips it foul, that some of the parents might even enjoy the Ferris wheel. I know our last year in the old Veterans Memorial Stadium, a lot of our interns picked up the $2 out of their pocket, and they took a spin on the Ferris wheel. And
they're just wild and crazy people.
Ferris wheels are fun and safe, and one will be on the concourse in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. A little looper off the end of the bat into deep right center. It's not a little looper when a big guy like Santor hits it, and it's dropped by Blake Balcom. A double for John Santor. I don't think Balcom and Cosby got their signal straight, Mike, and Blake streaking across the right center field alley, got a glove on it, but dropped it.
I don't think either one of them said anything. That was Quan's ball all the way.
Boy, that's poor communication, a rarity for the Colonel outfielders, and it'll be ruled a gift double, or it may be an error on, nope, it's a gift double for John Santor. Boy, when the big guys hit him, they carried, and he didn't hit that very hard. He hit it off the end of the bat, and he doubles into right center. That ball should have been caught. The Colonels get a right-hander up in their bullpen. Here's a pitch drilled foul over the Colonel bullpen down the left field line. Strike one on Cody Harther. The right-hander for the Colonels is Aaron Pullen. Aaron Pullen warming up in the Colonel left field bullpen. Boy, it's ironic. A fan on the Ask the Bobby Magallana show last night asked about communication between fielders on fly balls, and Bobby said it's simple. One man has priority, and in this case it was Quan Cosby, and he has to bellow out, I got it, I got it, I got it. Then the other man just backs off, but that did not happen. Harther on a 1-1 pitch swings and misses, strike two. Boy, the Colonels need to avoid at this point, Mike, a big inning. A runner at second with nobody out, 5-2 Colonels, bottom of the sixth.
Get it out here and, try to just limit the damage to one run at the most.
Exactly. Ooh, look out. A bouncer foul, and the on-deck hitter, Tyler Parker, had to stick his bat up and protect himself. He played pepper with that foul ball. Outfield straight away. That ball hit by Santor was tailing away from Quan Cosby. Blake Balcom on a dead run in right center, got a glove on it, but dropped it. Very rare to see Blake drop a fly ball. Ball two is upstairs to Cody Harther, who had 3 hits last night. He's batting .325. Aaron Pullen continues to warm in the Colonel left field bullpen. Colonel's up by 3 in the bottom of the sixth, but a runner at second with nobody out for Peoria. A high pop fly into left. On comes Matt Pauley. Out goes Brandon Wood. Pauley does just what we talked about, Mike. He has priority, and even though Wood was gyrating his arms, as soon as Wood heard Pauley say, I got it, he withdrew.
He got out of the way, and that was a good bit of communication.
And, big out, Mike. And when you can get Cody Harther, a .325 left-handed hitting batter, that's a huge out. Tyler Parker, the number 6 hitter and center fielder, steps in. He's rammed out twice to center. He grounds one foul past third. Foul by inches. Joe Cunningham, coaching at third, had the best look at all of it, Mike, and he did not argue the call by the plate umpire, Clint Mahan.
No, I think it was it was close, but it was foul. And you know who's impressing me? Bobby Wilson can play. He's a man of many positions.
Oh, brother, does he look good at third and first. And he should be on the All-Star team, but you just can't take everybody. A curve, and the batter winces as he looks towards the heavens. Strike two called. Parker thought it was eyeing outside. Tyler stands straight up at the plate, holds his hands up high. And a strike three called on the outside corner. I'm not sure that his yelping at the previous pitch didn't hurt him on that call, Mike.
I thought it was a good pitch. It was a curveball that looked like it was going to dive outside maybe, or it was on the outside corner. It was a good pitch.
That's 5 strikeouts for Kevin Jepsen. He's within out of pitching around a leadoff gift double off the bat of John Santor. Sal Frisella has been a tough out. He narrowly missed a 2-run homer in the second. He hit a solo home run in the fourth to give Peoria a short-lived 2-1 lead. Frisella's built like a tank, and he takes a change-up in the dirt, ball 1.
He seems to get big hits, too, whenever you're... I know for a while when these guys were really hot, he'd come up with a clutch triple and that type of thing to drive in runs. So this is a big out right here.
Ball 2 is low and away. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Kernels own a 5-2 lead here in Peoria. Things got so exciting in the late going last night that we didn't have time to share our kernel of wisdom with you. We'll have that for you in the Kernel 7th inning. What will the score be? Right now, 5-2 Kernels, the 2-0 delivery. Drilled into center, an easy play for Quan Cosby. Quan had to move 2 steps back, now 2 steps in, and he makes the catch. Michelle Samar, Abel Marino, and now Kevin Jepsen. First-class pitching efforts down the stretch to try to help the Kernels notch a playoff berth. 6 brilliant innings from the 19-year-old Kernel right-hander. He pitches around a leadoff double in the Peoria 6th inning. No runs for the Chiefs, 1 hit, no Kernel errors, and Peoria leaves a runner. They've now left 5 aboard. After 6 in Peoria, it's the Kernels 5 and the Chiefs 2. You're tuned to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Unless you have a crystal ball that really works, nobody can foresee all the risks that might become realities. Most of us don't have a foolproof crystal ball, though. That's why it's sensible to consider the calamities that might occur to your car, home, business, or life, and insure yourself against the worst. See Phil Andrews, your Pekin insurance agent, about a well-planned insurance program for your individual needs. The future is uncertain. See your Pekin insurance agent, Phil Andrews, at Whitehammer Andrews Agency. June is Perennial Gardening Month, and Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center, your perennial plant experts, have the best selection in the area. Peck's plants are tenderly cared for and await your selection for your very own perennial garden. Choose from daisies, daylilies, ornamental grasses, and many more, all potted, growing, and ready to plant for lasting beauty. Peck's reminds you that summer is a great time to plant, and Peck's experts will help you choose the right plants for your landscape areas. Stop in today and enjoy the beauty of plants all summer long. Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center, growing with the Cedar Rapids area since 1956, at the corner of Blairsbury and Edgewood Roads Northeast.
Top of the order for the Kernels in the top of the 7th. Quan Cosby tries to drag a bunt up the first base side. He missed the first pitch from right-hander Wayne Lundgren. Strike 1. Quan reached on a throwing error by starter Jordan Pauls and scored in the Kernel 3-run 5th inning. It's 5-2 Kernels. Cosby takes a curve low. Quan hitting .249, 2 home runs, 19 runs driven in. We've likely seen the last of Kevin Jepsen, who pitched 6 stellar innings here tonight in his 13th start of the year. Ball, a strike on the inside corner to Quan Cosby. Mike, you saw a telltale sign that Kevin may be through.
Yeah, it looked like when he came off the field that time as he went into the dugout, all the guys went over and started shaking his hand. Eric Bennett, pitching coach, and most of the guys.
Quan Cosby down on strike swinging to start the Kernel 7th. That's 3 strikeouts for the tall right-hander out of the Boston Red Sox organization. Wayne Lundgren. Mike Kuhlbeck is with us. We promised we'd give you a treat, our Kernel of Wisdom from Peoria. And it concerns a revolutionary development in the field, pardon the pun, of catching. Roger Bresnahan, a Hall of Famer. A deep drive by Matt Pauley down the right field line, and it is foul just to the right of the yellow foul pole. Pauley's bid for his 3rd home run on this road trip was just foul. It hooked foul. Home run distance, but foul by about 8 feet. Strike 1 to Matt Pauley. Roger Bresnahan started using, of all things, wooden cricket leg pads as a catcher for John McGraw's New York Giants back in 1907, and thus were born shin guards, one of the main tools of ignorance, as Yogi Berra would say. A bouncer to shallow short, charged by Brendan Ryan, and on to first for the 2nd out of the inning. Matt Pauley taps out to the left side. Matt has 2 of the Kernel 8 hits tonight. So our kernel of wisdom, shin guards, invented how? Out of necessity, like most modern inventions by catcher, future Hall of Famer Roger Bresnahan in 1907. And from what I've read about the use of those cricket wooden leg pads, Mike, a lot of the opposition kind of gave Roger Bresnahan a lot of bench jockeying. They gave him the business, kind of calling him a sissy and everything, because that was unheard of back then.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure that the guys who were the catchers pulled him aside after the game and said, hey, where can I get some of those?
Exactly. And there was also concern, a swing and a miss by Brandon Wood. He's in the hole 0-2. There was concern that runners sliding into home plate would be injured by the use of wooden cricket leg pads, but hey, that's part of the game now. It always will be. Those shin guards can really inflict some damage if the catcher chooses to crunch you with them. A swing and a miss at a changeup in the dirt, and the catcher, Daric Barton, fires to first to complete the strikeout of Brandon Wood. The Kernels go in order in the 7th inning, and it's a good thing that Baltazar Lopez connected for that home run in the 6th inning, because since then, right-hander Wayne Lundgren has retired 6 straight, 4 on strikeouts. 7th inning stretch at O'Brien Field on a 70-degree Saturday evening. The Kernels hope to cinch a playoff berth after 6.5. They're on top of Peoria, 5-2. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, injuries can take you out of your game. Smart athletes know that Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids are the experts in the treatment and prevention of sport-related injuries. Our expert staff serves the metro and surrounding area high school athletes. Physiotherapy Associates in Cedar Rapids, the smart choice in sports medicine. Call us at 398-1569. That's 398-1569. We'll get you back in your game today.
Knowing who you are is important. At Kirkwood Community College, we know who we are. We are accessibility. We are quality. We are opportunity. We are community. Who are you? We can help you learn. Kirkwood.edu.
Dan Patrick and Ron Dibble.
Jeffrey Lyons, mover reviewer for WNBC-TV in New York.
I don't want to get political, but you don't go hunting with an assault rifle.
I do. Those birds damn deserve it.
Rex, there's nothing left on the bird. What are we going to eat?
Don't worry about it. I've got some turkey pot pies and plenty of porn at home. You're more than welcome to stop over. Bring the family.
The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays on ESPN Radio.
They must have fireworks.
Mike Kuhlbeck speculating that fireworks will be after this evening's game. We have fireworks for you after the All-Star game on Tuesday, this Tuesday the 22nd. Following the reopening of the season, the second half opener at home on Thursday, fireworks from the Freedom Festival, and fireworks from Procter & Gamble on Saturday night at the new Veterans Memorial Stadium. A week from tonight, Saturday the 26th, Procter & Gamble will treat us to fireworks. Aaron Pullen has come on in relief of Kevin Jepsen, and he's missed inside twice to number 8 hitter Terry Evans. Aaron Pullen, a right-hander, on here in the 7th inning in a critical spot trying to protect the Colonel lead. Swing and a miss as Aaron pulled the string on Terry Evans. Terry struck out and grounded out, facing the Colonel departed starter, Kevin Jepsen. Aaron Pullen had a subpar performance his last outing. That was Wednesday afternoon in Battle Creek, Michigan. A high pop foul off to the right, out of play, and it's 2-2 to Terry Evans. Aaron Pullen, 23 years old, Wednesday afternoon in Battle Creek, 2/3 of an inning, surrendered 4 runs on 3 hits, struck out none, walked 2. That was an anomaly. Aaron pitched very well as a Colonel this season. He slapped, or the right-handed batter cranks 1 foul. Terry Evans into the Colonel third base dugout. Mike will tell you about how good Aaron Pullen's been. He's a 5-game winner, that I do know.
Yeah, Aaron's 5-1 with 1 save. His ERA is a little high, 5.97. He's kind of vultured a couple of wins, but that's,
A curve and a swing and a miss by Terry Evans. Aaron Pullen was behind 2-0, and he came back to whiff. Terry Evans, one gone here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 5-2 Kernels.
Aaron had a streak of 8 straight games where he didn't allow an earned run or a run. So that was broken up the other day at, I believe, at Battlefield.
Yes.
But Aaron has really come on here the last month or so.
He delivers just inside a fastball to Mike McCoy, who squared the punt. We want to tell you about a fabulous opportunity that awaits your softball, t-ball, little league, or sandlot team here in this bottom of the 7th inning as McCoy takes a strike, 1-1. Your team can take the field, be introduced before the game, stand next to the Kernels for the national anthem, get the autograph of their Kernel compatriot on the field for the national anthem as a member of the Cost Cutters Dream Team. A curve in the dirt, McCoy ahead 2-1. All you need to do to sign your team up as the Cost Cutters Dream Team is call Jessica Ferguson. I'll give you her phone number here in just a second. McCoy ahead 2-1. Take strike 2 call, the fastball from Aaron Pullen. To sign your team up or look at dates that are available to be the Cost Cutters Dream Team, call Jessica Ferguson at 896-7612. 896-7612. A slider low and away, and it's a full count now to Mike McCoy. The Cost Cutters Dream Team could be your Little League T-ball, softball, or baseball team. You get to come into the Kernel dugout before the game, sit in the dugout, and then introduce individually on the diamond. A high pop-up. Third baseman Bobby Wilson backpedaling, gives way to shortstop Brandon Wood. And in the hole, Brandon Wood gloves it. A pop-up on a 3-2 pitch by Mike McCoy. 2 away in the Chiefs' 7th inning. To the top of the order we go, Cal Hayes. The Kernels up by 3, 5-2. Let's give you Kevin Jepsen's final impressive line. 6 innings pitched, he allowed just 2 runs on only 5 hits. Kevin struck out 5, walked 2. He could win his 6th game of the year. Ball 1 low and into Cal Hayes. I know your son Tyler has been a member of the Cost Cutters Dream Team this spring, Mike, and he's had a blast with it.
Oh, he enjoys it a lot, and he's been fortunate enough to meet a few players out there during that, and it's really a nice thing, you know, the soft toss ball that they get, that the players sign.
Ball 3 is up and into Cal Hayes. Yeah, they sign it right as the kids are introduced first as members of the Cost Cutters Dream Team. Then the players come out, and right before the national anthem, each kid has a Sharpie, and the Kernel player signs that soft toss ball. Ball 4 is inside, a 4-pitch walk issued by Aaron Pullen. That's more money for the Eric Bennett pitching 2-out walk fine fund. Aaron Pullen will shell out a few bucks for that indiscretion.
They're going to eat well.
That's right. A right-hander is tossing lightly in the Chiefs bullpen, and that's Justin Garza. Justin Garza throwing in Peoria's bullpen. That number to call again to sign your team up as the Cost Cutters Dream Team, Jessica Ferguson at 896-7612. Brandon Ryan shoots one into right. Blake Balcom doesn't have to move a step. Actually, he shuffles in 2 quick steps and makes the catch. Brendan Ryan got good wood on it, but lines out to right. And a great start to a relief outing for Aaron Pullen. No runs in the 7th for the Chiefs. No hits, a 2-out walk. There were no Kernel errors. And Peoria strands yet another runner. They've left half a dozen in 7 innings. The Kernels are 2 frames away from securing a first-half playoff berth for only the 2nd time in my 9 years with the ball club. Let's keep our fingers crossed and keep playing well. We go to the top of the 8th. Kernels lead it 5-2. You're tuned to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Kernel fans, your Our Cedar Rapids Taco Bell restaurants have something new for you to cheer about this season. A Taco Bell 10 spot. When the Kernels score 10 or more runs in any game this season, you'll score beef tacos for just 39 cents the very next day at any Cedar Rapids Taco Bell. That's a savings of 50 cents per taco. Limit 10 per customer. Remember, when the Kernels put up a Taco Bell 10 spot by plating 10 or more runs in any game, you get up to 10 39-cent beef tacos the very next day at any Cedar Rapids Taco Bell.
There's a dream that lies in your heart to tell you you're one of a kind. This is your time, just believe. Rise up, be strong, originality lasts a whole lot long. Nothing better. Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality. Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality. Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone. Nothing's better. Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone. Nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
Top of the eighth inning in Peoria before a big crowd. And the Kernels are ahead of the Chiefs 5-2. A strike on the outside edge to Bobby Wilson, who rammed a single in the fifth inning to drive in a run, and he lines one to the hot corner where Mike McCoy spears it about the level of the bill of his cap. Bobby Wilson made a bid to start the Kernel eighth with a line shot base hit. Instead, he lines out to third, one away. Kernel Director of Public Relations and Marketing Mike Kuhlbeck is here. So is Cedar Rapids Gazette sports writer Jeff Johnson. Jeff will be our dugout interview guest tomorrow. Dugout interview time 1:40. A strike is in to Blake Balcom. Blake, 0-for-2.
And we have a nice representation of fans down in the stands, too, here.
Yes, we do, Mike. We mentioned the host families, the Pomeroys and the Keppels, and also Bobby Magallanes' wife. A tap foul puts Blake Balcom in the hole, 0-2. He pulled it foul past Bobby Magallanes. Bobby has a cute little baby girl. And I wonder if they'll raise her to speak Spanish or English or both.
Are you asking me? I would guess both.
Okay, I would too, Mike. I left you in the lurch there, didn't I?
You did.
You're talking to yourself again, Rogers. I do that a lot. So, a ball in the dirt. Blake Balcom is stepping out of the dirt batting circle. A left-hander is now twirling in the Chief bullpen, and that's Peter Soteropoulos. Boy, is that Greek to me. A high pop foul, and giving chase is the catcher, Daric Barton, and he runs out of room. Peter Soteropoulos is warming up a lefty in the Chief bullpen. Justin Garza was warming up earlier, but now it's a lefty. I'm stuttering over Soteropoulos. There we go.
When I was in high school and they'd call in a name like that, you know, they'd say, we'd have to be keeping the book, you know, as a pitcher on the, when we weren't pitching, and they'd say Soteropoulos or whatever. One of my guys.
A deep drive into left center, extra bases for Blake Balcom. It's just the second hit the Kernels have against Wayne Lundgren, and Blake Balcom stands at second with a double, his 15th of the year, as he cracked one between the left fielder Cody Harther and Tyler Parker in center. And the Kernels have a great chance to add, and wouldn't it be nice to add some runs, leading only by 3 in the top of the eighth inning. Balcom at second.
And we've got a pitching change here. Your buddy Soteropoulos is coming in.
And you need to finish that story, Mike. That's a neat one.
This friend, this guy that I played with, teammate, he was a year ahead of me, so when he was a senior or junior, and he'd go and he'd nod to the umpire and he'd go, yeah, his name's Smith. Into the game. So
that would keep it simple.
It would. And what difference did it make back then?
Exactly. No, that's... sometimes you're better off keeping those pronunciations as simple as you can.
But just in case that this young man's parents are listening to us on the internet right now, we apologize for butchering his name.
Oh, we'll be fine, Mike. We'll be fine. Peter Soteropoulos. Wayne Lundgren goes 2 1/3. So far, he's allowed 1 run on 2 base hits. Lundgren fanned 4 Kernels, and he walked none. Lefty Peter Soteropoulos is on here in the top of the 8th inning. And while Mike helps us out on his numbers, we want to remind you that we'll be opening the gates for the All-Star game at 5 o'clock. There will be a home run hitting contest. And, Mike, as far as tickets go, I know we have just a few hundred left, and folks can buy them this weekend online, can't they?
I'm not sure if it's still up there. I would suggest checking it out if you're interested. I haven't looked online. I know we were talking about taking it down off of there just because that we are getting right down to the end. If it isn't up online, then make a quick call to the Kernels at 896-7560 to the ticket office, or the toll-free number is 1-800-860-3609, and you'll probably get a hold of somebody in the office, and they will connect you with the ticket office gladly. But if you want a seat for that game, you need to call as soon as possible.
Well, Mike, I called Andrea Murphy earlier today because I found out unexpectedly that some relatives of mine were going to be able to make it, and I said, Andrea, you have 6 left, and I left that on her answering machine. A lefty-lefty matchup as Baltazar Lopez stands in and takes a slider for a strike from Peter Soteropoulos. And
we'll just call him the Greek. The Greek is 0-0. This is his 7th appearance, 2.61 ERA. 10 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts.
And strike 2 to Lopez. Baltazar homered his last time off the departed reliever Wayne Lundgren. It's 5-2 Kernels. We're in the top of the 8th inning at O'Brien Field in downtown Peoria. A huge crowd on hand, and the lefty carves up Baltazar Lopez. A good piece of strategy by Joe Cunningham. He knew that Soteropoulos could have success against the left-handed batter, and he whisked Lopez away in 3 pitches. Now, though, we'll see how Tommy Duenas does against the lefty. Tommy usually fares very well against left-handed pitching.
Well, Peters used his curveball very effectively against Baltazar Lopez there, and got him waving at one there for strike 3.
A cut fastball is down and in to Tommy Duenas. Nothing for 3 tonight. 9 hits for the Kernels and a 5-2 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Blake Balcom at second with 2 away. Boy, it would be great if Tommy could come through and help the Kernels add to their lead. He taps one foul to the first base Peoria dugout. Tommy steps out.
You talk about guys that have really stepped it up here of late. Tommy Duenas is one of those guys, too. I mean, he was struggling bad to get his batting average over 100 for quite a bit the first 6 weeks of the season. Now the last 4 weeks, he's up around 230, and he's hitting some home runs.
A slider in the dirt, a good stop by Daric Barton behind the plate. You're right, Mike. Coming into the last 2 nights, and remember, Tommy had a 2-run homer taken away from him last night. Tommy, even though he's 0 for 6 in this series, is still 15 for his last 46, and you're right, he's really swung the bat well. Ball 3 is upstairs. Aaron Peel lurking on deck as Peter Soteropoulos is behind 3-1. With the base open, they can afford to pitch around Tommy, but I think Tommy's licking his chops right now.
Tommy can look for a pitch, too.
He drives one hard, a backhanded stab at third, long throw, and a terrific play by Mike McCoy to take a run away from the Kernels. Tommy Duenas hit a 2-hop bullet that Mike McCoy backhanded, then it spun him around. That's how hard Tommy hit it, and he hit it so hard that he was out at first base. No runs in the Kernel 8th. 1 hit, a double by Blake Balcom. There were no chief errors, and the Kernels strand a runner, our 5th of the game. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Kernels 5, the Chiefs 2, and you're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
Most of us have been in a situation before in buying an automobile where what we owe is more than what our vehicle is worth. And sometimes it's thousands of dollars. There is a better way to put yourself in a better position when it comes to value, quality, and reliability. Put yourself into an industry-leading Honda automobile from Randy Kill Honda. The Odyssey minivan boasts being #1 in safety and the #1 minivan on the market for the last 5 years. The Honda Accord leads the way in safety and has made the Car and Driver's Top 10 list more than any other car in history. The Pilot topped the SUV categories in its first year out and remains a class leader. And the CR-V continues leading in its class since its arrival in 1997. The subcompact Element is so functional and practical, they're selling as fast as they arrive. So doesn't it make sense to get the best value in the market at Randy Keel Honda? Great folks to deal with, too, and #1 when it comes to getting you the best price. The home of confidence is Randy Keel Honda, Centerport Road, or on the web at randykeel.com.
When it comes to fun in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, nothing compares to the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub. As you bask in the soothing comfort of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub, you'll be taking in the action from a breathtaking perch just above the left field wall. Register for your chance to be drawn as the winner of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub by visiting Westdale Mall.
On a beautiful 67-degree evening in central Illinois, the Kernels' Aaron Pullen ready to set sail in his second inning of relief of starter Kevin Jepsen. He'll face the heart of the chief order, starting with Daric Barton. Barton, a left-handed batter, gave Peoria a lead of 2-1 back in the third inning with a one-hop ground out to Brandon Wood. Daric Barton grounds one to first. And Baltazar Lopez waves off Pullen and makes the play himself. Daric Barton, with his team trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 8th, hacked at the first pitch, grounded it sharply right at Baltazar Lopez. One away here in the chief 8th inning. One of the things Bobby Magallanes told me, Mike, that he loves about Lopez, and he had Baltazar when he was coaching in Mesa last summer, he said Lopez has very good hands.
Yeah, it looks. This is my first chance to see him play, John, and I was just going to ask you. It looks like he's a pretty good glove man over there.
Well, that's what Bobby said, exactly that. John Santor takes a curve for a strike. Rich and Carol Kendall are the owners of the two Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger restaurants, one in Hiawatha across from Allen Motor Company, the second in front of the Windsong 12 Theater Complex on the southwest side of Cedar Rapids, a curve low on the way to Santor. It's important you know that because Carol and Rich Kendall invite you to stop into either of their Culvers and taste their world-famous Butterburgers and their delicious frozen custard. While you're there, enter your daughter or son for their chance to be chosen as the Culver's small fry of the game. A curve, Santor disputes the call by the plate umpire Clint Mahon. He's behind 1-2, and John steps out. As the Culver's small fry of the game, your daughter or son will get to take the field between innings of a Kernel game and get the autograph of their favorite Kernel player right out on the diamond. Santor pumps the curveball foul straight back. He's still in the hole, 1-2. Then Mr. Shucks, after the Kernel player autographs your daughter or son's cap, their Culver's cap as our Culver's small fry, Mr. Shucks will present the Culver's small fry, your daughter or son, with a certificate good for a free kids meal at either of the Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger restaurants. Down on strikes goes John Santor. Mike Kuhlbeck, Aaron Pullen. I don't know if that was a sinker or a split-fingered pitch, but the bottom dropped out of it.
Yeah, well, it was a fastball that it probably was a splitter. And I think he surprised you throwing a fastball because Aaron, he throws a lot of curveballs is basically his pitch.
Strike one on the outside corner to Cody Harther. 2 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Kernels have a right-hander up in their bullpen. We'll try to see who that is.
I think it might be Austin.
Another foul behind the batter's feet. Strike 2. Yes, it is. Our dugout interview. No, it's Alan Buckley. 6'6" right-hander Alan Buckley on his feet in the Kernel bullpen. 5-2 Kernels here in this bottom of the 8th inning. Cody Harter, 3 hits last night, has walked and is for nothing for 2 this evening. Ball 1 moved the batter off the plate. Cody Harter at the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. Alan Buckley's tucking in his shirt right now rather than warming up. A changeup is just low to the left-handed batter. Now Allen's starting to twirl. Deuce is wild. The 2-2 is up and away, and now the count full. The Kernels with a road record of 19-14. Here's the payoff delivery. Swing and a miss! Aaron Pullen, 2 brilliant innings out of the Kernel bullpen. Fanning the last 2 in the 8th inning, Aaron Pullen has been sensational in relief of the starter, Kevin Jepsen. Down in order, Pullen sets Peoria in the home half of the 8th inning. We go to the top of the 9th. A Kernel win tonight means playoffs in mid-September. We're 3 outs away. As we head to the 9th, Kernels 5, Chiefs 2. This is Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
At Zimmerman's, we believe that the voice of the customer speaks the loudest. Let's hear what our customers have to say.
We chose Zimmerman because our family has been buying cars. I guess we're probably the 3rd generation to buy cars here at Zimmerman.
My family's bought 18 cars at Zimmerman's. 18. I ought to get a little bonus or something, wouldn't it?
We build our reputation on one satisfied customer at a time. On behalf of everyone at Zimmerman's, I want to thank you for your business.
Dun, 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 dun,
Da 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 da! Hey, call the A-Team! Hey, Matt, thanks for having us over for the game, but we could have had it at my house. My TV is bigger, and my AC works.
I thought you were supposed to get that fixed, but your wife was out of town this week.
Oh, man, I totally forgot, and she's coming home tomorrow. She's gonna kill you. What am I gonna do?
You need to call the A-Team.
The A-Team?
Yeah, Ahern Plumbing and Heating. They can get your service in 24 hours, guaranteed.
I better call Ahern Plumbing and Heating right away.
Get excited for the 2004 WNBA season.
Put it up, and got it, Lauren Jackson! Pulling open, a three-pointer!
The rookie sensations have arrived.
What a great move by Elena Beard! Taurasi, she is special!
Taurasi, Beard, Powell, and Whalen join the world's best in women's basketball for another sizzling summer. The WNBA plays all summer long on ESPN2 and ABC Sports.
Aaron Peel will face lefty Peter Soteropoulos, and Peter misses low for ball 1. It's 5-2 Kernels. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Aaron Peel, a .240 batsman with 7 home runs, 17 RBIs, nothing for 3 in this game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Soteropoulos comes from 3 quarters, and he's been a highly effective southpaw out of the Chief bullpen this season. Alan Buckley has given way to Bob Zimmerman. Bob Zimmerman is up, an all-star in the Kernel bullpen. Had let up. That one floated in at about 65 miles an hour. It fooled Aaron Peel. He swung and missed, strike 2. Top of the 9th inning, 5-2 Kernels. Mike, I finally figured something out about the All-Star game that I didn't know in my 9 years. This is the first time we've hosted it in my 9 years. And the last month, everybody's been coming up with a big grin, kind of a mischievous grin on their face, saying, "So are you ready for the All-Star game?" Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Aaron Peel stands to start the Kernel 9th. They have a twinkle in their eye, and I get the distinct sense that the other 13 teams, including us when we would go to other cities for the All-Star game, use it as kind of a fun 3 days.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's there's a lot of activities that go on along with the All-Star game for the front offices and the All-Stars are there.
One fella here had the gall to pipe up and say, "What's with the $35 green fee for 9 holes?" And then I described to him, the golf course is worth it.
Yeah. We're not going to play that tournament.
Okay. Well, we'll break that. He'll be relieved. He'll be relieved to know he doesn't have to shell out $35. He's from Peoria. I won't name names, but
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Sean Rodriguez ahead 2-0. A deep drive to left, and it may get over the left fielder's head. He leaps in front of the warning track and makes a terrific catch. Sean Rodriguez, with one hit and a run scored tonight, had an extra base hit taken away from him by that Cody Harther. Harther robbed Tommy Duenas of a 2-run homer last night, and he has taken a double away from Sean Rodriguez. Did he misread that ball, Mike, or was it just a good play?
I think he misread it a little bit, and I think it was hit harder. You know, it was a line drive, and when it was hit as hard as that ball was, I'm sure it was knuckling a little bit there, too.
Juan Cosby batting right-handed for the first time. Takes low. 2 gone in the Kernel ninth. It's 5-2 Kernels. A Kernel triumph here in Peoria would seal a playoff berth for the Kernels. Mike, one question that has Jeff Johnson and I sympathizing with you. Here's a chopper to short. It takes a charity hop to Brendan Ryan on to first for the out. I'll let you ponder this. I'll ask the question, then we'll get your answer in the bottom of the ninth. Down in order go the Kernels in the top half of the ninth inning. And Mike, Jeff Johnson, knowing that there's a lot of media interest in the All-Star game on Tuesday, wonders how the heck you're going to accommodate all the scribes and broadcasters and telecasters, and we'll let you answer that question when we return for the bottom of the ninth inning. It's 5-2 Kernels, and you're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
The Dan Patrick Show. Craig Kilhorn, he's the host of the Late Night Show on CBS. I want to do 5 questions with you. Best Sports Center hair.
Wait a second. Levy?
No, that's not right. It's me.
Oh, that was poor. Go ahead.
Favorite Chris Berman nickname?
Without question, my favorite?
Yeah.
Better be home by 11.
Yeah.
We're better be home by 11.
Yeah, that's good. That's right.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Mary Kate or Ashley?
The hotter one.
Is that the?
I think we can accept that answer. That's good.
Do you pee on your hands to make them tougher?
No.
No, that's the wrong answer, because the answer is yes, you should. Best Robin Williams movie?
Good Morning Vietnam.
No! Jumanji!
Good job. You got me. Good job.
The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays on ESPN Radio.
When it comes to fun in the new Veterans Memorial Stadium, nothing compares to the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub. As you bask in the soothing comfort of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub, you'll be taking in the action from a breathtaking perch just above the left field wall. Register for your chance to be drawn as the winner of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Home Run Hot Tub by visiting Westdale Mall.
All-star Bob Zimmerman on the hill to work the bottom of the ninth inning. He saved it for Abel Marino last night. Bob Zimmerman with a 4-4 record. And Mike, I believe his save last night was his 10th of the year.
Yes, it was, John. He's in 24 appearances, 4-4 with a 1.93 ERA.
Ball one low to the first batter. Now he slices one foul, hard out of play to the right. Tyler Parker, nothing for 3 tonight, leading off from his number 6 position in the chief order. Bottom of the ninth, 5-2 Kernels.
In 32 2/3 innings, Bob's allowed only 25 hits, walked 10, and struck out 45, and he's pumping it up there right now.
Long sleeve red shirt for Bob Zimmerman. Underneath his Colonel Gray Road, a ground ball, broken bat, booted at third, and Bobby Wilson has every reason to be forgiven because the barrel of the bat distracted him. Bobby Wilson muffed that one. It's an error, and the barrel of the bat was just 10 feet to Bobby's left. He's mad at himself. Tyler Parker reaches on an error at third by Bobby Wilson.
Yeah, with the bat breaking like that, too, it was almost like a changeup being hit to Bobby, and it kind of fooled him by the time it got out to him.
Bob Zimmerman will have to pitch around an error, and the Chiefs are within a base runner of bringing the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's 5-2 Kernels. Sal Frisella is at the plate. His home run in the fourth off Kevin Jepsen gave Peoria a 2-1 lead. Frisella rips one over the head of Bobby Wilson. The tying run will come to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Bob Zimmerman has trouble brewing as he did last night. He gave up a couple of hits before he was able to notch the save. An error and a base hit to left. And Peoria brings the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the ninth. Aaron Cullen worked 2 scoreless innings, no hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he gives way to Bob Zimmerman, the Midwest League All-Star, 22 years old. Well, it's always interesting, Mike, to see how a ninth inning will develop, and that error by Bobby Wilson, hopefully we can pitch around it. A double play ball. Bobby backs up, throws to second, out, throw to first, safe. It's first and third. The main thing we got there, Mike, was an out.
We got an out, and we kept the double play in order, too.
Yes.
So, well done by Bobby Wilson. I thought he might just run over to third base and step on that, but he went and tried to roll it in the middle, which is what you're taught to do. That run really doesn't mean anything at third if he gets that double play. So,
now,
good play by Bobby.
Runners at first and third. The force out at second went 5-4. Wilson to Rodriguez. Terry Evans reaches on a fielder's choice. Mike has had time to think over the challenge he faces with the All-Star game, and we'll get to his answer in a moment, how to accommodate all the interest on the part of local and regional media. A swing and a tip foul by Mike McCoy, strike one. Mike, we're kidding, but there is a ton of interest. MediaCom will do the game live on television. Kane County will have our visitors broadcast booth on Tuesday night. We'll have Rob Dibble as part of our broadcast with Scott Unash and I. And then there are a lot of riders and out-of-town visitors. Strike 2 called to McCoy.
And that's going to put the squeeze on our spacious press box. So I jokingly told you that while you were out of town, we built an addition to the press box, the John Rogers wing. Unfortunately, we haven't, but we'll figure out something. And ball outside there. 1-2 the count. This is a great problem to have.
Yeah,
so.
It is, Mike. It really is. There's a lot of folks that really think this All-Star game is going to be, and it will, but it's nice to know that others think it will be just a fabulous celebration of fun, entertainment, and a memorable event. The 1-2 to McCoy. Driven foul into the screen. Mike singled and scored in the third inning to tie the game at 1. There are runners at the corners. The tying runs at the plate for Peoria. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. Bob Zimmerman's trying to save it for the starter, Kevin Jepsen. It's 5-2 Kernels. The Chiefs, with 1 out, have runners at the corners. Tyler Parker at third and Terry Evans at first. The 1-2 to the number 9 batter. Strike 3 called. Bob Zimmerman gets Mike McCoy looking. 2 gone in the bottom of the ninth inning. The batter, Cal Hayes, who's 2 for 3 with the walk.
Yeah, Tommy set up outside low and away, and Zimmerman threw it low and in and froze McCoy at the plate. He just couldn't pull the trigger.
Huge strikeout. Tyne runs still at the plate. Cal Hayes, 321 batter. First and third, Hayes takes just high a fastball from Bob Zimmerman. It's 5-2 Kernels. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. Bob Zimmerman trying to help the Kernels to a Midwest League playoff berth by virtue of a first or second place finish here in the first half. Look out, he almost hit the batter. Oh, the crowd thinks it did hit the batter. It did not. What a save by Tommy Duenas to prevent a wild pitch.
Zim dropped down on him there. I haven't seen him do that too much coming from the side.
He's done it with more and more frequency recently, Mike. He's using that pitch as just another weapon in his repertoire. Bob is behind 2-0 from the stretch. Fastball. See, right called. Bob Zimmerman has that no fear, come after him bulldog attitude. If you're going to beat him, you're going to beat him with his stuff. He's not going to give in at all. A smash! Diving stop by Lopez! He saved the game and tags first. Baltazar Lopez diving to his left has helped the Kernels win this game 5-2. That ball was smashed down the first base line. Lopez dove to his left. He took 2 runs away from Peoria and prevented the tying run from going to second or third. And the Kernels, Mike Kuhlbeck, have made the playoffs What a sensational night, and what a play by Lopez to end the game.
Well, Lopez is the hero. He hits a home run. He makes just a fantastic diving stab of the ball as it was headed
in the right field corner.
Yes, that's going to be a double or a triple.
And the game is going to be 5-4 with the tying run at second or third.
Exactly. And what an incredible stop by Baltazar Lopez. And yes, John, the Kernels are headed back to the playoffs for the second time in 3 years. Isn't that great to say?
It is. Say it again, Mike. It's wonderful.
The Kernels are headed back to the playoffs for the second time in 3 years.
By virtue of winning 3 in a row. Thursday night in Battle Creek behind Michelle Samar. Last night with Abel Marino and Bob Zimmerman the save. This evening, Kevin Jepsen, Aaron Pullen, and Bob Zimmerman combine to vault the Kernels to a playoff-cinching 5-2 victory over the Peoria Chiefs. They're dimming the lights here at O'Brien Stadium for post-game fireworks. In the ninth, no runs for the Chiefs, 1 hit, 1 Kernel error. Peoria left a pair. They stranded 8. Baltazar Lopez with a game-saving diving. He was just off the line, the bag by 3 feet. The ball was crushed by Cal Hayes, a one-hopper headed into the right field corner and diving to his left and stabbing it, then stepping on first to end the game, Baltazar Lopez. We'll be back to wrap up this playoff-cinching Kernel victory 5-2 over the Peoria Chiefs in just a moment. 5-2 Kernels, the final. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Craig Kilborn, he's the host of the Late Late Show on CBS. I want to do 5 questions with you. Best Sports Center hair.
Wait a second. Levy?
No, that's not right. It's me.
Oh, that's 4. Go ahead.
Favorite Chris Berman nickname?
Without question, my favorite?
Yeah.
Better be home by 11.
Yeah.
Bert better be home by 11.
Yeah, that's good. That's right.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Mary Kate or Ashlet?
The hotter one.
Is that the?
I think we can accept that answer. That's good.
Do you pee on your hands to make them tougher?
No.
That's the wrong answer, because the answer is yes, you should. Best Robin Williams movie.
Good Morning Vietnam.
No! Jumanji!
Good job. You got me. Good job.
Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays on ESPN Radio.
Time for the Kernels Curtain Call, right here on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM. With a recap of all the action, the State Farm Major League scoreboard, plus look ahead to the next Kernels game, let's rejoin the voice of the Kernels, the one, the only John Rogers, here on the Zone, ESPN Radio 1600 AM.
An exciting Kernel victory before almost 5,000 at O'Brien Field to clinch a playoff berth. The Kernels will be playing postseason baseball in mid-September due to a fabulous first half. The Kernel record now 41-27, 14 games above 500. The storyline in tonight's game, terrific for the third night in a row, a terrific start by a Colonel Hurler. Thursday night, Michelle Samar in a must-win at Battle Creek answered the bell and came through at big time. Last night, Abel Marino, 8 strong innings, his best start of the year. Kevin Jepsen, who twirled a complete game 1-hit shutout on June 8th, unable to pitch in the road trip opener Monday night due to blisters incurred from that 1-hit complete game shutout. Kevin pitched 6 strong innings this evening, giving up just 2 runs on 5 hits, spanning 5 and walking 2. Aaron Pullen filled the gap, bridged the gap beautifully. 2 dominant shutout innings in relief of Jepsen. And then Bob Zimmerman, with a great deal of help from first baseman Baltazar Lopez, got the final 3 outs in the 9th inning to preserve the Kernel 5-2 victory. Mike Kuhlbeck is alongside. We'll get his reaction in just a little bit. This game was tied 2-2, and the Kernels tied it in the 5th inning on a throwing error by the starter Jordan Pauls, and that gave the Kernels the impetus to take the lead in the 5th inning. It was Brandon Wood who came through for just well, probably the umpteenth time, an RBI two-out double past third that scored Quan Cosby to give the Kernels a 3-2 lead in the fifth inning. Then Bobby Wilson hammered a single into center to score Wood and make it 4-2. Baltazar Lopez completed the Kernels scoring. He drove in the first run of this game in the second inning. He launched a home run down the right field line to open up the sixth against reliever Wayne Lundgren, and that made it 5-2 Kernels. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Tyler Parker reached on an error. Sal Frisella ripped a single into left field, and after Terry Evans grounded into a force out, there were runners at first and third with one out. Mike McCoy struck out looking. Then Cal Hayes, who had 2 hits tonight, grounded one like a bullet. It looked like it was going to head into right field down the line. Baltazar Lopez, with quick reaction time, dove to his left and speared it, stabbed it, nabbed it, gloved it, stepped on first to end the game. The Kernels win it 5-2, and the Kernels will be in the Midwest League playoffs. The only question now is if Burlington can rally and win in Kane County, and then the Bees can win tomorrow, and the Kernels win here tomorrow, the Kernels would win the Western Division first half, but we're assured of at least a second half finish because now Peoria is 3 games back of the Kernels with only 1 left to play. The final line score, the Kernels 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. We left 5. The Chiefs 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. They stranded 8. The winning pitcher, Midwest League All-Star Kevin Jepsen, 6-2. The loser for Peoria, Jordan Pauls, is 4-3. Bob Zimmerman notched his 11th save of the year. The game took 2 hours and 26 minutes before a big house, 4,939. We're going to check with Deb Williams during this break on the Colonel Curtin call and start garnering scores for our State Farm Major League scoreboard. We'll do that now as we take a break. And next we'll have our Liberty Bank Star Plays of the Game. 5-2 Kernels. This is Colonel Baseball on the Zone.
Toyota Financial Services of Cedar Rapids understands the importance of reading in the lives of our community's children. That's why they're proud to fund the 6th annual Toyota Financial Services Kernel Summer Reading Program. The generous support of Toyota Financial Services will result in Kernel players conducting a record 32 elementary school assemblies this spring to encourage girls and boys to read throughout the summer. Their reading accomplishments will be recognized by Toyota Financial Services with fabulous rewards. Toyota Financial Services, a true hero to the Kernels and the youth of our community.
Papa John's pizza, it's so good. Better is best, that's understood. Better call Papa John's tonight. Better call Papa, he's got it right. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's.
Attention baseball fans, call your local Papa John's for our home run special. Get a large pizza with up to 3 toppings of your choice for only $9.99.
Papa John's. Better call Papa.
Back at O'Brien Field, where the Kernels have won the first 2 of this series and have won 3 in a row after dropping the first 3 in Battle Creek. Great starting pitching from Michelle Samar, Abel Marino, and this evening, Kevin Jepsen. 5-2 Kernels, a playoff cinching win for the ball club. Iowa's fastest growing community bank, Liberty Bank, is now proud to present the Liberty Bank Star Plays of the Game. Let's go to the Kernel 4th inning. Let's go to the Kernel 5th inning, rather. A throwing error by Jordan Pauls, the starter, allowed Sean Rodriguez to score the tying run on a tap back to the mound by Kevin Jepsen. Rodriguez scored as Pauls heaved it over the third baseman's head, trying to get Rodriguez, who would have been a goner, between second and third. Cosby wound up on second. Matt Pauley grounded to third for the second out of the inning, and that brought in Brandon Wood. Here is our first Liberty Bank Star Play of the Game. For Brandon Wood, strike on the inside corner. Brandon has been the top Kernel hitter in these 2-out clutch situations. He and Blake Balcom seem to thrive when the money is on the line. Quan at third is the go-ahead run. A ton of hitting room up the middle for Wood. He bashes one. Fair past third. Brandon did it again. He gives the Kernels the lead. He'll try for second. A good throw's going to get him. He's saved. Cody Harther's throw not in time, and Brandon Wood bashed one past the diving Mike McCoy to give the Kernels a 3-2 lead in the 5th inning. Wood made it to second on his 2-out RBI double, and that brought up Bobby Wilson. Here's our second Liberty Bank star play of the game.
Here's a base hit through the middle. Brandon Wood's going to round third. He'll score on Bobby Wilson's single into center, and it's 4-2 Kernels.
Bobby Wilson made it a 3-run inning as the Kernels erased the Chief 2-1 lead. Our third and final Liberty Bank star play of the game with the Kernels up 4-2 in the 6th inning. A new hurler on, Wayne Lundgren for Peoria, and he was greeted by Baltazar Lopez.
Lopez, a deep drive to right. If it stays fair, it's his first home run. It is fair! A home run! A home run! Mike, you and I had to pause because the base umpire, Mark Ripperger, had a very difficult call. He was in great position to make it, and a home run for Baltazar Lopez makes it 5-2 Kernels.
Baltazar Lopez drove in 2 of the Kernel 5 runs in this victory and made a game-saving stab of a ground ball hit sharply to his left to end the game in the bottom of the 9th inning. Those are our Liberty Bank star plays of the game. We'll be checking in again with our in-studio engineer, Deb Williams, to get more scores on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. That's just around the corner here on the Kernel Curtain Call. 5-2 Kernels. You're tuned to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
It's one of those rituals of summer, mowing the yard. And when you're done, what do you do with the clippings? Well, your friends at Cedar Rapids Solid Waste and Recycling encourage you to leave those clippings on your lawn. This practice is called grass cycling, and it reduces your lawn's fertilizer needs because those clippings contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Grass cycling also helps crowd out weeds and build a healthier lawn. When you leave those clippings on your lawn, you reduce waste and save landfill space. Look around you. Everyone's different. Some of us are tall, many of us are short. If you think about it, there are many important differences among people. That's what makes us all individuals. Insurance needs are individual, too. Talk to your Beacon Insurance Agency, Sheets, Forrest, Draper Insurance in Marion, about the proper insurance coverages for your individual needs. See Scott Draper at Sheets, Forrest, Draper in Marion about insurance for your home, auto, life, health, or business. You can depend on your hometown professionals with Beacon Insurance.
Post-game fireworks to follow this game in downtown Peoria. The Kernels turn back the Chiefs for the second night in a row, 5-2, and by virtue of the victory, the Kernels have secured a playoff berth, whether it be from a second-place finish in the Western Division first half or a first-half crown yet to be determined. We don't know about. We do know that Burlington had closed the gap against King County, trailing the Cougars 6-4 late in the game in Geneva, Illinois. But the Kernel win is all that matters tonight. Now, thanks to State Farm Insurance agents Gary Schubat, Dale Thompson, Lanny Peterson, and Al Shetler, we bring you a complete look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard, everything interleague with the exception of the Cards and Reds at Busch Stadium. Let's start from this afternoon on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. At Wrigley Field, the Cubs got 2 in the ninth and edged Oakland 4-3. It was the Giants bouncing the Red Sox at SBC Park today in San Francisco, 6-4 Giants. The Yankees dumped the Dodgers 6-2 today at Chavez Ravine. Finals in interleague play from Atlanta's Turner Field, the Braves blanked Cleveland 4-0. The Mariners sunk the Pirates at PNC Park 5-1. A final from Miller Park, the Brewers trimmed the Twins 7-6. The only non-interleague game went to the Redbirds at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals stomped Cincinnati tonight 9-2. They're in the bottom of the ninth inning at Minute Maid Park, and good news, the Kernel Parent Club, the 2002 world champion Anaheim Angels, on top of the Astros 6-4, bottom of the ninth in Houston. Top of the eighth at Pro Player Stadium, the Rangers 7, the Marlins 5. In the top of the ninth inning at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, the Phillies lead Kansas City 4-2 in the top of the ninth. They're in the bottom of the eighth at Shea Stadium. The Tigers and Mets tied 3-3. Listen to this score. In the top of the seventh at Olympic Stadium, the Expos 15, the White Sox 13. That bears repeating. Montreal 15, the White Sox 13, top of the seventh at Olympic Stadium. In the top of the sixth inning at Coors Field in Denver, the Rockies are hammering Baltimore 8-2. Later tonight, the Blue Jays and Padres at Petco Park, and the double Rays behind Lou Piniella, red hot. Tampa Bay goes for their 11th in a row, facing the Diamondbacks in Phoenix. That's our complete look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Fireworks unfolding here at O'Brien Field, where the Kernels nailed down a playoff berth, a 5-2 victory over the Peoria Chiefs. Mike Kuhlbeck is busy typing out a press release highlighting the Kernel playoff clinching win. And Mike, 41 wins with a chance for 42 tomorrow. And Bobby Magallanes and his Kernel Ball Club, it's just amazing to watch how they go about their business. They play relaxed and fun, yet they play focused and intently. They get along together on and off the field. And all I could say is congratulations to the Kernels. And we have a wonderful ball club. We should savor this.
Oh, this is, John, I couldn't agree more with you. This is a great testament to the character of this ball club. I mean, there's been a few games that we've given away, and there's been, we had this little 4-game losing streak earlier in the week where that guys could have just been looking at each other going, what's going on here? We had some player movement happen that
could have been disruptive.
Right. I think it was for a couple of days.
The shot clock. Yeah.
Well, it has to affect the chemistry too, because the team was playing so well, and guys, like guys like Caleb Mayer and Nick Kimpton were getting base hits that one night they get a hit, the next night Brandon Wood would get a hit, the next night somebody else would get a hit. There was some chemistry going there, and I think they start to wonder what's going on, and then to have a guy Baltazar Lopez comes in and he makes a key contribution tonight. He hits a home run, drives in another run, and just makes an incredible play at first base to end the game. So I think that. I really think that this team is something special, and that people are really going to want to get out and watch them play in the second half. And let's see, maybe we can win the thing in the second half. It doesn't matter. We're already in the playoffs, but you know what? Let's get it going. Let's roll into the playoffs, and let's just let's go get that first championship since 1994.
Boy, would that be sweet. Mike, your headline has 4 exclamation marks behind it. Your press release headline is a sweet 2-word lead.
We're in, baby. That's what more can you say? We're in.
Mike, thank you so much for making the trip over to Central Illinois with your family. It was wonderful of you to be here to help bring us through the finish tape. I know the Kernels appreciated all the support from not only you, but all the folks downstairs in the stands. And our dugout interview guest tomorrow afternoon will be Jeff Johnson of the Gazette. It was terrific that he came over to follow the fortunes of this ball club. The Kernels are in the playoffs, a 5-2 victory. And Mike, we'll see you. Will you be here for the game?
I'll be here tomorrow.
All right. John. Let's have fun in the sunshine on Father's Day.
There you go.
5-2 Kernels. Mike Kuhlbeck kind enough to be with us this evening to add to the fun of our victory at O'Brien Field. The Kernels are in the playoffs. Deb Williams was our in-studio engineer. Deb, thank you for all of your terrific, prideful work again this evening. And we thank all of you listeners for helping us in this wonderful first half achieve our 41st win, a playoff cincher tonight. 5-2 Kernels. Dugout interview time tomorrow is 1:40. 1:40. We'll have Jeff Johnson, the Gazette sports writer who covers the Kernels, as our dugout interview guest. The Kernels are in the playoffs, beating Peoria 5-2. That does it. Have a great Saturday evening. You've been listening to Kernel Baseball on the Zone.
This has been a special sports presentation from The Zone, ESPN Radio, 1600 AM, Cedar Rapids. Now back to our regularly scheduled ESPN programming already in progress.